Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. What? That makes sense. What? Sorry, we had a little pre-show discussion going on. Appreciate everybody pulling up today. Got a lot of playoff basketball to talk. How everybody feeling?
Excited.
I see you repping for the purple and gold game too.
That's
to tie this series up.
Man, you got that LeBron on. You know what that means.
Yeah, that's his problem.
Oh, you Luka. That's Luka Brown, okay. Brown Luka, my bad. Okay.
Gil, did you get the Lakers ticket?
On AR. On AR, okay. Look, LeBron, Luka, AR. Okay, I got it.
You got the Lakers situation situated?
Yeah.
Playing with our tickets. All right. Yeah. Put them on SeatGeek. And if you buy them, use code Gil. I'm just kidding, but this is Gil's Arena presented by Underdog. As always, we got the legend Gilbert Arenas here with us.
Something.
Gang
I don't know how to do it.
On this side of the couch, we got NBA champion of the world, Swaggy P, Nick Young, back with us. Just one ring today?
Hey. One ring.
No, I was doing the 6.
With the cup.
Like MJ, you know.
And the man known as Cemetery Larry, NCAA champion, Rashad McCants.
Wait.
I'm back.
You can't throw in champions.
NCAA champion of the world.
I'm out of solitary confinement.
No
we
relax,
back.
Just relax.
We back. We back.
Jack. Got a lot of things to discuss for all the fans out there. We still got 2 viewing options for you, our traditional version, mobile vertical version. Pick whichever one you want to watch. Just make sure you support the show. Here's what's cracking in the arena today. Clippers flipped the script and stole Game 2 from the Nuggets thanks to a vintage performance from Kawhi. What adjustments does Denver need to make to slow down the claw in Game 3? Kawhi out there doing his thing, 39 piece, 15 to 19 from the field, still rocking braids.
Let's go.
Life is good. Cade Cunningham was the man in the Garden in the Pistons Game 2 win over the Knicks. Who do the Knicks need to get more out of to avoid falling behind in the series? That's a diabolical photo right there.
That's OG.
Shout out to Cade doing his thing out there. And Dame Lillard is back in the Bucks lineup for their Game 2 meeting against the Pacers. Will Milwaukee find new life with their number 2 option back on the floor? Dame and Halliburton had some words exchanged during Game 1. Dame threatened to whoop his ass in so many uncertain terms. We'll see if we'll be able to do it on the floor. But before we get into all that, as always, this show is brought to you by Underdog. Go ahead and download the app, use promo code GIL, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash, plus a special pick'em. And playoff basketball is here, and Underdog is going big this year. With the extender promo, you'll get bigger payouts the longer any series goes. Here's a quick explainer for all the fans out there.
On Underdog, you can play your way to bigger boosts each round of the playoffs with the extender. Start a series by using your Game 1 boost and continue boosting each subsequent game. The longer the series, the bigger the boosts. Underdog, the best place to pick playoff basketball.
So there's another reason to root for 7-game series. Start making all your basketball picks on Underdog. This special is live on the app now. So to celebrate the special going live, we have the extender himself, Scott Foster, on the set, watching over us, ready to extend any series at a moment's notice. Appreciate you, Scott. Like I said, extender live on the Underdog app, so take advantage of the special right now. As for tonight, Rashad has some picks up in his partner pack on the Underdog app. Let us take a look if we can, please. So you got Dame Lillard higher, 17.5 points. Dame hasn't played since mid-March while dealing with that blood clot in his calf. But back tonight, ready to get to work. Isaiah Hartenstein, higher, 9.5 rebounds. Thunder smacked the Grizzlies. Game 1, largest Game 1 defeat, NBA playoff history. Josh said it won't happen again. Well, we will find out. You got Ant-Man, higher, 5.5 assists. Lakers, Wolves, Game 2. Ant has some choice words for a Lakers fan during Game 1. Letting him know he had more junk in the front. In the NBA, he said, give us 50 racks. But how everybody feeling about these picks for tonight?
Like them?
Think Dame going over 18, first game back, motivated?
40.
You said Dame's going for 40.
For sure.
Shastradamus predicts a 40-piece for Dame Lillard. His return to the court to the night.
6 assists?
He had 9 last game.
But that ain't gonna happen again.
He had 5 games for that.
Daniel's not about to hit 5 threes tonight.
Nas Reed will.
Nasty nah. So we asked the chat if they're riding or fading with your picks. 71% of the chat is riding
Damn,
with
they
these
missed
picks
me,
tonight.
Man, let's go. We about to get this bread. Y'all know I won't be losing.
You want to get your bread right, download the Underdog app, use promo code Gilbert up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a special pick 'em. If you can't watch the show live with us on YouTube, we have audio versions available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. So we got a lot of playoffs to discuss. But we're going to talk about something else that went down recently. This weekend, to be exact, DeMar DeRozan Kings did not reach the playoffs after getting knocked out in the play-in last week. So Debo was just trying to enjoy some sushi at a restaurant in Calabasas over the weekend when a fan decided to interrupt his meal and stuck a camera in his face. That did not go well as the fan quickly found out what happens when you mess with a man from Compton.
Yeah, DeMar, they're trying to kick me out for no reason. Come on, man. Don't walk up on me. 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 Come on. Let me get my phone. Let me get my phone. Okay, let me get my phone.
Let me get my phone. But that wasn't all. With footage showing DeRozan allegedly getting into a physical altercation with the guy who stuck the phone in his face.
Yeah. He is kicking. He was kicking up.
He's my hero.
My hero. So never meet your heroes, ladies and gentlemen. But if you do, don't stick a phone in their face with the flash on. Shit. So a man alleging to be the person who approached DeRozan with his phone posted the video on Twitter this weekend, included 2 images of a book he was trying to promote. According to the man's Twitter bio, he's a homeless comedian. And I will not read the name of the book to give him any further promo, but after seeing the video and hearing more context, do y'all understand why DeRozan decided to take off on this fan in this situation?
Yeah, man. You know, straight out of Compton. Little nigga named Gusto. That's Gusto right there. Hey, man, you right. Just trying to eat dinner, man. You know, DeMar, and to DeMar credit, he done had, you know, run-ins when people broken in his house and stuff while his kids was there.
We heard that.
You don't know how that plays into what's going on in his head. People just running up on him at, oh, he had dinner and not paying attention. Anything can happen, so.
People think shit's sweet in Calabasas. It goes down. Don't let them lie to you.
That happened.
It ain't uncommon in the comments.
But dude was kicking up in the air.
Legs up. So, Rashad, after seeing this video, kind of explanation of events, do you understand why DeMar had to regulate on the fan trying to put a camera in his face with the flash on? Man, just trying to enjoy a little sushi.
I mean, it's not something I would have done, but, you know, after that exit, it's kind of harsh energy right there. Bad timing, fan. You know, if they done won, you probably got to.
And DeMar just been, think about it. Come to sack, everybody get traded, then he just lose. Like, everywhere he's been going, something negative's not happened to that team. Like, he done got traded from Toronto, they win the championship. Like, he's probably just messed up mentally.
Yeah.
Can't even have a dinner, though. You're trying to eat some sushi in a fine Japanese restaurant. Come put the phone in your face with the flash on. Gil, how would you have handled that situation?
I'd have finished eating my food. I paid for the sushi.
Hopefully they comp the meal at least.
I mean, homeless man in Calabasas is...
Homeless comedian, so he could have
Calabasas?
an apartment.
That's rare, right?
We live rough out here, Gil.
So if you live in your car, is that homeless?
That is, technically, a car could be perceived as a home. But that is technically, by standard definition, homeless.
Yeah, I don't know.
Really, you can make anything a home.
Yeah.
The right amount of cardboard.
I don't know why people like to walk up on people with their camera on.
Yeah.
Like, we don't, you know, I mean, just, you don't know, the person you're walking up on don't know what you said before.
Yeah.
You cut the camera on, we don't know what your, you know, the person don't know what your intentions are.
Yeah.
Right, you could have just started off, I'm about to knock DeRozan out, and then you come up and he don't know. He's just reacting, sees the camera on, and he don't know what you're trying to do at all. So, I mean, the reaction seems understandable. I mean, but, I'm not reacting.
We used to it, man. We're used to this type of shit, so it is kind of unexpected because, people do shit. If they're not harming me or putting their hands on me, I ain't really trying to go to jail or, it seemed like he was trying to get a home.
Posted a video in the ambulance.
Yeah. Before he did it, he's posting, all right, I'm about to go do it. Y'all ready? Here we go. Let's see how it goes. Then he get in there, and, it's the scuffle. Then it's the after. It seemed like to me he had a plan. I'm going to get me a home today.
Then, like we mentioned on that video that he posted, including a promo for his book, again, which I will not name for those who have social media.
For real?
Very questionable, interesting title of the book. Not one that I would read, but
not having money will get you doing desperate shit like this. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? People gotta hustle the right way. Don't hustle backwards, brother.
So obviously, all you gentlemen famous, get a lot of love on the streets. Probably have people coming up to you all the time, but have you ever had fans try to approach you in a way you felt was disrespectful, and how'd you handle it?
I always handle it with grace. Most of the time, people don't know what they do. They just want to express themselves. Even when they cross the line of your own boundaries, they still come with the intentions of, I'm trying to admire you, I fuck with you, I'm a fan. They just don't know how to express themselves, and if you've grown to be mature enough to see that in people who are fanatics at the sport, at whoever they choose to be their idols, you understand it. It's not, I dealt with it from a young age, so I was in Carolina trying to eat with my family, and they crossing lines and trying to use the bathroom, and they crossing lines. So
in the bathroom?
Man, so when you start seeing it, you start understanding, like, it ain't my problem to fucking try to check them with violence. It's my problem to understand they just trying to get to me. They're just trying to say what's up, so it's different.
Yeah, you see it in real life with fans getting super excited. Like you said, don't know how to react. You see it on social media, a lot of fans start talking crazy, try to get a reaction out of you, then they switch up real quick. I didn't mean it, I was,
Just want to talk.
I just wanted to try to get your attention. I had to go overboard with it, but let's go to this side of the couch. Swag, you ever had a situation where a fan tried to approach you in a way that you felt was disrespectful?
Lately I've been getting a lot because people think they could talk to me like how Gil talked to me. I told Gil fucked a lot of people up out here. They don't understand our relationship, so they just start talking crazy, thinking it's cool. Now, I have to let it I have to tell a couple of them, all right now, that's Gil. All right, you're not Gil, motherfucker. So, I almost got jumped, by some Africans because of Gil comment, It was like, man.
They caught you?
Caught me. Caught me.
Hey.
Man, what's up with your friend, man? What's up with your mans, man? Talk about
You're not in the jungle no more, huh? We in the streets. Where's your man?
Gil has since changed his stance on South Sudan, been very supportive. We talked about it, I think, leading up to the Olympics after that close game. Swag,
You ain't seen them since, have you?
I haven't.
I know.
Swag, I think you sent the group chat a video of somebody trying to press you at our local 24-hour fitness while you, just trying to get your workout on, get home to your family.
You blocked them.
Well, I'm just saying, you can't run up and your passport ain't accurate. You know what I mean? Send them back. Hey, send their asses back. Now they ain't got no TV. They ain't got to worry about comments. So what's up?
Nothing's up, Gil. Just enjoying another day in Gil's Arena presented by Underdog. Whoop, whoop. But have you ever had fans try to approach you in a way you felt was disrespectful? Fans, players, anybody of that nature?
No, I've never. When it comes to fans, no. Sharpe said it. Most fans, this is like one of those things where they're seeing you for the first time and probably never going to see you again. So, they're going to, shoot their shot and, autograph, take a picture. Can you say happy birthday to my mom or something like that? So, you get it all, man.
Get you with all that.
And
she on the phone right now. Why don't you go ahead and say hello?
But I've learned, since I was little, man, like these are memories they're going to remember. You probably won't because you're going to get 100, 2,000, 3,000 of these throughout your career. So, that's why I usually take the time to do it. You know, as soon as I go outside and leave my house, I'm expecting, you know, to have to take do autograph, take pictures, get on the phone. So I just do it. I don't really.
That type of stuff comes with the territory, but in DeMar DeRozan's case, again, you're at a fine Japanese restaurant here in Calabasas, just a few miles away from where we record this show, trying to eat some sushi, obviously wallowing in the sorrows of a.
Was it night or day?
Night.
It looked like it was evening.
But I mean, once he put the phone in and started talking, obviously you knew he wasn't on violence. Because violence, he could have just snuck in the back of the head if that's what he was on. So, you know, it's all in real time. You know, but for the most part, I'm not expecting a fan to take off on me. I mean, you know, so.
You never know with you nowadays.
Huh?
You done disrespected a lot of motherfuckers.
Not the motherfucker that's gonna take off on me.
Well, Africans, like.
Africans looking for a gift. The
I
entire
heard he be up
continent.
here, man. When he said that, I heard he be up here, man. I said, shit.
Yeah, I be up there. They not no more.
Gil, a man with influence in the San Fernando Valley. This
I'm
is
just saying, they not working out there no more, is they?
Nah, I ain't seen him for real, man.
Yeah, they 24 membership is revoked.
But why?
All you said was Africans? Oh, okay.
Gil, unnecessary.
Why you block?
Open up a can of worms.
Why you block the homie Sip, man? I had to send you the video.
I didn't block him.
He said somebody blocked him. He said, man.
Not me.
Have you ever blocked
He's
somebody?
funny.
You ever
He's
blocked
funny,
somebody on social media, and then they have somebody else reach out to you and say, "Hey, can you tell them to unblock me, please?" I didn't.
No, I've never blocked anybody.
Yeah, you like the smoke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need you to see how I'm doing. From your main page. I don't need you to create a page and make a page. No, I want you to see it from your main page.
Yeah, he gave me some of that advice. I stopped blocking people.
You stopped the blocking.
I did. I actually unblocked all of them.
You freed them.
I freed them.
Allowed them back into your.
I need things to allow in my life. I gotta unblock all the blockables, right? You gotta face the fucking karma. You gotta face the fucking fire, right? The pain is right there. Let them motherfuckers talk and watch. Hey, I'm doing better without you.
You got to use that hate as motivation. I embrace all that hate. It keeps me fueled. It keeps me going. Keeps me excited.
It's confused admiration.
You already know.
That's all it is. They love you, really.
That's a bar. That's a bar. Well, let's talk about another situation going down in the sports world briefly. NFL Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe has been accused of sexual assault and battery in a $50 million lawsuit that was filed Sunday in Nevada. Sharpe denies the allegations, posted some of the text messages that the woman sent him on his social media yesterday, some very risque stuff, not for the faint of heart. Again, if you have social media, you can search and find it out. And today, TMZ dropped an audio recording which allegedly features Sharpe threatening to choke the woman in a recorded conversation.
But choke the shit out of you, bitch.
And the attorney coming from Sharpe, Tony Busby, who has a long documented history in situations like this. I believe it was the same dude who tried to come after Jay-Z. Obviously, Jay-Z said, "I'm not playing none of that bullshit." Got him to backtrack, but in this particular situation, what's your guys' reaction to Shannon Sharpe? This comes on the heels of news being reported too that he was searching for a multi-million-dollar deal for all of his media content and endeavors.
Yeah.
50 million.
I feel that's messed up, yeah. And once you reach a certain stage, I feel like they gonna start coming. They coming. So that's when you know you're starting to make it.
Did they press legal charges?
Civil lawsuit
That's what I'm saying.
filed in Nevada.
That's for money.
You said it was what? Sexual abuse?
Sexual abuse and battery, I believe, is sexual assault and battery.
Didn't she say 25,000 per cheek?
One of the texts that Shannon Sharpe shared
What kind of battery is that?
alleged that.
I'm paying 25,000 per cheek.
That's what she said?
Yeah.
25,000 per
The slap put you there.
Yeah,
According to
I
the
can do
report,
what I want with these cheeks. I pay
They were in a relationship for
25,000.
in a relationship for nearly 2 years.
It was in a relationship.
But it began as a quote unquote rocky consensual relationship. I don't know what that means.
It started off as that?
It wasn't transactional.
It began as a rocky consensual relationship, according to the report.
Tripping, man.
She black or white?
Don't matter.
So
Shit,
for what it's worth,
He's
Sharpe,
got it. It's tricking when you got it. What are you doing?
Sharpe's attorney said that it's a blatant, cynical attempt to shake.
out there.
It's a blatant, cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. It is filed with lies, distortions, misrepresentations, and it will not succeed.
For sure.
Bragging about jets and shit.
I ain't got it. That's why they can't come at me.
That's why you do not have it. That's
I
why
got too many kids. Okay.
But just, I mean, on a broader conversation, obviously you attain a level of celebrity. All the
I've
different
been
things
there
we talk about DeMar, what he was doing with his situation. Now you talk about Shannon Sharpe being extremely successful, sports media game, Hall of Famer, football player. Name has been buzzing in the news
Yeah.
for potential business endeavors, and now this lawsuit comes Sunday.
I mean, I just question, like, you know, if this was all just a shakedown and she loses, whatever time that he was going to get, if that's a thing or whatever, shouldn't it work the other way too?
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that
Yeah.
about the law.
Well, it's civil lawsuit, so I don't think it's.
Well, whatever okay, but if she's asking for 50 and she loses, does she owe 50 million? Send her ass back to the Stone Age? I mean, there has to be some type of protection.
Yeah.
Because once you do this, you know, this is just broad, you know, not necessarily this case. Once you do this, it kind of messes up the person's reputation and name because it's still a splash. So the fact that these are the things that happens, you know, if the person is found innocent, what is the consequences to the other person? Do they just get to say, oh, yeah, my bad, and then they go back into hiding?
Yeah.
And then they get to just live a regular life while this man has to deal with the damages? Or,
Yeah.
you know, I don't like that aspect of the law.
And obviously, these are just allegations right now. We don't know, obviously, the legal.
It shouldn't.
legal
What I'm
proceedings will
saying
play
is,
out.
it shouldn't even be allegations till it's actually proven something. Like this is the problem. It's this part.
Yeah.
Like going to court, it should be like already investigated and already done all the
Before this
the heavy
come out.
lifting before there's an allegation publicly.
Yeah. Well, you're trying to play it out in the court of public opinion before, and if it's truly a shakedown, I'm just going to get some bread. So now that it's out there, it doesn't matter if it's true or not. Your name has already been soiled.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it gets proven to be false. Damage has already been done because people have seen this first portion of it. Saw a similar situation with Jay-Z when that happened. So even though that Jay-Z situation was proven to be wrong,
But you spend so much money trying to prove your innocence, it's like,
What?
goddamn, it's probably cheaper just to give them the money, and that's the reason
real.
most of them do it.
and that's what happened.
It's cheaper to just pay you to leave me alone versus fighting you in court, spending 2, 3, 4 million.
And that's the
I learned
fucked up
that
part
the
about
hard way.
lawsuits in general.
learned that the hard way.
Doesn't really matter who's right or wrong. The legal fees are going to add up, and eventually, just hey, I want to make this thing go away, even if I didn't do anything wrong, because I can't keep paying to prove that I'm right.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Is the cost end up being worth it? But $25K per cheek, according to
That's crazy.
text messages that Shannon Sharpe posted on his own.
It ain't 1.5 million. You know, Skippy.
and then 3 point, and then I mean the last video,
Skippy
like
raised the price on the
Posted a
on
video of
the
a
niggas.
conversation they had. In that video, a voice that was alleged to be Shannon Sharpe threatened to choke the woman in their conversation.
but did he? Did he?
Not sure if there was actual, you know, but we talked about the Dame Halliburton situation. It's not apples to apples, but in that video, Dame telling Halliburton, I'm gonna kick your ass, or you know, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Didn't happen. Just talk, but
But who sits there and record?
And usually before,
How do you record? Let's record conversations. That's scary, bro.
Can't
that
let
means they're already baiting you.
Yeah, they
can't let the work get you mad, man.
See, I ain't gotta worry about this. I'm married, so.
Gil, a man of God now, spoken for. Well, we'll keep monitoring this situation as it goes on, but got extremely messy over the past 36, 48 hours with both sides, obviously.
They see that 100 million. Whoa. Woo! Cha-ching!
Thankfully, Gil's Arena does not have it like that. We are a poor, meager, modest show, just struggling to get by. We could have barely afford lights and cameras, so, you know, scraping it together to bring you your favorite show every Monday
Don't
through
come
Thursday.
over here.
But let's shift it over to some playoff basketball talk. So we knew we were in for a great series after the Nuggets' overtime win over the Clippers in Game 1 this weekend. They followed that up with another great game Monday night. Let's take a look at the highlights if we can, please, Paolo. So we saw two of the all-time greats performing at their best in Kawhi and the Joker. Nikola Jokic notched a triple-double with 26 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists It marked the 19th playoff triple-double for Joker. That's the third most all-time behind LeBron James and Magic Johnson. Magic, I believe, 30 playoff triple-doubles in his career, which is objectively absurd. But Jokic played the entire second half of the game, and in addition to the triple-double, he led the Nuggets with 7 turnovers while going 6 for 10 from the free throw line. Jamal Murray had 23 points on 9 of 17 shooting in 42 minutes. After being the X factor in Game 1, Russ had 14 points on 5 of 11 shooting, including 3 of 6 from deep in 23 minutes of action. But David Alderman stuck with Michael Porter Jr. a little more in this game. So after a lackluster Game 1 that saw him get benched in crunch time, MPJ bounced back with 15 points, 15 rebounds in 33 minutes. But like we said, the story of this game was Kawhi Leonard, who had the hot hand from the start to the finish in this one, delivering one of the best pure shooting performances we've seen in the playoffs. Claw dropped 39 points, 15 of 19 shooting from the field, an impressive 79% from the field, along with 5 assists and 2 steals. So since 2000, Kawhi is just the 4th player to score at least 39 points on a shooting percentage that high, joining Devin Booker, Dirk Nowitzki, and Elton Brand, who all had similar playoff performances. So late in the game, Nuggets had a chance to tie. Christian Brown bricked his 3. Joker bricked his 3 as well. Clippers held on to get the 3-point win. But who? Christian Brown?
Yeah.
A white man in America, Swaggy. You gonna press his luck. Brown made some big shots Game 1. Hit a big 3 Game 1 in OT. I mean, he was feeling himself a little bit. Yeah, and then obviously Joker, desperation heave. Also
he said he made some big shots in Game 1.
Hit a big 3 in Game 1 and over.
What the fuck they got to do with Game 2?
Okay, well, I'm just pointing out that I've been in this situation before and I've knocked down shots.
So, okay, all right, okay.
We got a new coach in here. What are you gonna do?
Got mad TV in here.
So after the game, Clipper head coach Ty Lue said, "This is what Kawhi lives for, getting healthy for the playoffs. We know if we've got a healthy Kawhi, we can win any series."
For real.
So start with you, Shad. Did this vintage Kawhi performance change how you view the Clippers going forward in this series?
No. The Clippers still, they have to worry about Denver not playing their game. And Denver plays their game and everybody's consistent. It's hard to beat them. Or here's the difference. Joker has to have a monster game in order for them to win. If he doesn't have a monster game, he has a game he has last night, everybody has to fill the stat sheet. Can't have Aaron Gordon not having a double-double. Can't have Brown not scoring over 17 points. Everybody got to be playing well. And that's the problem with Denver now. Mike Malone used to have that consistency in the playoffs. But now that he's not there, like you said, Mad TV. So,
you are now watching.
So we don't know like what to expect when Joker plays like this, and we're like, all right, who's gonna be the X factor, right? And so if he don't have monster games this series, like we said, Zubac just needs to be in the way. If Zubac can be in the way, James Harden or Kawhi Leonard can step up, right? So think about it. Kawhi had a monster game.
39 points.
James played okay.
He had 18, 7 assists, 7 for 17 from the field, 4 for 11.
Solid
32,
game.
11, and 6 in Game 1.
Solid game between both of them is James with 25, Kawhi with about 33, 32. That's still what they're going to have to do to beat Denver. And I think they can if, they still got Ben Simmons, Norm Powell, like guys who still haven't really played great basketball
I think
yet.
Powell 12 points Game 1, 13 points Game 2. Zubac double-double in both games.
Fourth quarter, though.
Yeah, and Nunn's playing well. They got a good, solid squad. I mean, just hate for them to fuck it up just on the sense of getting too confident. I think they should stay consistent. I think Denver need to figure it out because they going crazy. But it should be a good series. I see it going 7.
You think it's going to go 7?
Yeah.
It's starting to trend and feel like that. Obviously, Nuggets got the Game 1 win. Clippers bounced back Game 2. Both games exciting, went down to the wire. Swaggy, watching Game 2.
Oh, man, I got 2 questions. If Kawhi was healthy, would he be like top 3 shooting guards? Is he still top 10 as a small forward? Or is he a shooting guard or small forward?
Small forward.
Is he still top 10? With the career
Ever?
Right, yeah. Small forwards, for sure.
Probably.
And why don't Joker never get the last shot, really? And he's the MVP of the team, of the league.
You put Kawhi over George Gervin?
Iceman? Iceman a small forward? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. I thought he was more. Well, yeah, right now.
Put him over Melo? Talk to me. We talking who? You brought it up.
I'm just saying.
You brought it up. Challenge accepted.
That'd be a good battle.
KD?
Top 10. Those KD is like 2, though.
And we talked about this recently.
Bron,
playoff
KD.
KD versus playoff Kawhi, but
Paul
KD
George, Jimmy Butler.
He's over them.
Over them?
Yeah.
Larry Bird?
No.
No.
That's
Dominique Wilkins?
Yeah, he won. He won.
So you go do a stat, we're doing stats.
I'm
And winning out of the
won,
city. That's the bag. Y'all just come out that bag whenever it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. He didn't win.
Kawhi,
Even if he's not in
We
front of
talking
him.
about talent.
Even if he's not. That's only 4 people in front of him right now. Scottie Pippen.
Kawhi
You
two-time
put Scottie in
two-time
front of him?
Finals MVP. Ooh.
I would.
He wouldn't put George Gervin in front of him.
No. I like Iceman, but
Just talking
He's
about
not-
small forwards.
Two-time
seem
champ,
like-
two-time Finals MVP, two-time Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, I think Kawhi. That's
what
been
I'm saying.
always the conversation with Kawhi is just the health. Only played two games last playoffs, but I think was averaging like 34 points per game in the 2 games that he played.
Paul Pierce, he better than Paul Pierce?
no. The truth is the truth.
Talking about top 10 too.
But
And
he-
you got Mac.
in
We're
his
talking about Mac,
small-
Melo,
In his
Mac,
small
Melo,
time
KD,
of
Bron.
playing- In his small time of playing, he done more though.
Well, we're not talking about done or doing more. We talking about, that's why I said PG and Jimmy Butler. You're like, oh yeah, he better than them. And
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
he is.
so he-
I think George Gervin doesn't get a lot of love because of the ABA career.
But George Gervin's like smaller than
But
me.
coming to the
He's
NBA.
like 6'4", 6'5", though, ain't he?
George Gervin is like 6'10".
Hell no. Is he?
Let me look it up. I think like 6'8", 6'9", if I'm
6'9".
not mistaken. But let me,
That's Nick.
George Gervin.
6'7",
Big 3, that's what I'm talking about.
Fuck.
Is he
6'7".
tall?
That's way off.
6'7".
He's your height. Nigga, you see him every
I know,
weekend.
but that's why I think I'm taller than him. That's why I feel like I'm. Well, he probably shrunk because he older and shit. So, but George Gervin is smooth though. He's smooth. He's
Small
smooth.
forwards though, man. I don't know, man. Kawhi cool though. He's solid.
They got Rick Barry.
Yeah, George Gervin spent his first 5 seasons in the ABA.
He got to be top 10.
But you only saying that just because of the baggage he carrying. We talking about show up without the bags, man. We shopping when we get here.
But he done it though.
Shop when you get here. What's up? Check up. Ball up top.
There's only 2 people that had a better playoff run than. It's only one person that had a better championship run than Kawhi, and that's Dirk Nowitzki.
Can he duplicate this
Dirk-
performance more than once this year in the playoffs?
And that's what it's going to take. But 39 on 15 and 19 shooting, 5 assists.
Yeah, 30.
Getting to his spots. Midi was
He
looking
had 30 the night before?
22, I believe.
22.
Oh,
So you off too.
Let me.
still had 60 in 2 games. So.
Solid. All right.
Yeah, 22, but 7 turnovers in that last game. 22 3 steals in game 1, 39, 5 assists, 2 steals and a block. Game
We talking
2.
about we talking about the Lakers, right?
Huh?
Who
I'm not
look
talking
like
about the
the
Lakers
MVP
today.
out there,
At some
though?
point.
Who look like the MVP out there? Is it Dirk or is it Joker or is it Kawhi?
Right now? It's 1-1.
It is.
It's 1-1. What was
Joker,
Joker's numbers the first game?
he almost had a triple-double in
He had a
game
triple
1.
double last night, but
Had a triple-double last night, was one rebound shy of a triple-double.
What was his point total?
I'll give it to you right now. He
Over
had
30.
he had 29.
29, 12, and 9 rebounds. 29, 12 assists, 9 rebounds.
Joker?
3 steals. 50% from the field.
Right now.
He's not taking that last shot though. He got Brown and
They
Westbrook.
making sure he don't take the last shot though.
He don't want to take.
No, he wants to. They making sure he don't take
The coach should design that for him.
So, Gil, you said you had a problem with Christian Brown taking that last year. Brown only had 5 points in the game. Like I said, hit the big 3 in overtime.
Oh, for 2.
That was the question? What was the
Game 1. So, Nuggets last play down 3 to try and tie the game. Who should be shooting that shot?
Jamal Murray, the one that's been doing it.
Yeah.
Brown was 0 for 2 last night from the 3-point line too.
He only took 2. I don't like him shooting that shit. Put that little shit away, young fella.
Stop shooting.
Put that little shit away, boy. Pump
Don't
fake
shoot
and
that
drive.
little MFer no more.
Shit, I'm sagging all the way under the rim on that shit. Sag. That shit nasty, man. Good luck, though.
It's nasty.
Good luck.
And Gil, just looking, we were watching that game playback during our watch party. What difference did you see from both teams from game 1 to game 2?
It seemed like both teams got one player coming off the bench that they can rely on. Other than that, they got to rely on their starters for the most part. With Denver, you got Westbrook. If he struggles, then that's really it. They don't have the shooting that they need to keep everybody honest. Christian Brown, obviously you're gonna let him shoot. You're gonna let Peyton Watson shoot. You're gonna let Westbrook shoot. You're gonna let Gordon shoot. Threes if they're open. You're gonna slow rotate. From there it's just a bunch of back doors. So mostly now you're just focusing on Murray and Jokic, and if MPJ is playing well, he's playing well. Clippers, they haven't actually played well. Like James Harden didn't get to the free throw line yesterday.
Seemed like he was not getting calls. We watched it
like
during the
I said,
game.
he wasn't getting calls.
Feels like his reputation as a quote-unquote foul baiter, foul merchant.
I think
legit
it was smart.
fouls
He
that
realized
weren't
he
being
wasn't
called.
getting it early, so he stopped trying to foul bait. They hit
calling
pure
it
shots.
even though. I mean, they've been calling it like old school playoff. Like no, they ain't calling shit. No.
Harden no free throws though in game 2.
Man.
So the fact that they still won and he wasn't putting people in foul trouble, Kawhi was, they just hit pure shots, didn't shoot the ball very well as a group, and they pulled out this win. When they get back here, and the whistle favors them a little bit. I think they probably going to be favored to win game 3.
Okay. Yeah. So let's talk Kawhi a little bit more. Y'all got into it lightly, but I know you guys don't like what ifs, but let's allow ourselves to think about this for a moment. So Kawhi already put together a Hall of Fame career. That's not disputable, but that career's been marred by injuries. He's missed over 300 regular season games, more than 20 playoff games during his 13-year career. Despite all that, 2-time champ, 2-time Finals MVP, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. And, a guy that has gotten knocked a lot recently during his time with the Clippers for injuries. Obviously only played 2 games in the playoffs. Last season, played 2 games so far this season, comes through and delivers with this 39-point performance after missing, I think something like, 45 games this season, including the first 34 to start the season. There was a lot of concern we talked a lot about on the couch throughout the year.
Yeah, people wrote him off.
Throughout the year, can Kawhi be healthy? He's appeared to be healthy in these first 2 games. But what does Kawhi's career look like without injuries?
Man, shit, he might be giving Braun and stuff around for their money. To me.
You feel like he would be on that level?
For sure. I feel
Top 2 or 3 top player in this generation?
He'd be probably right there underneath me. Without injuries. Be stuck.
So your career without injuries comparable to Kawhi?
Top 2 all time.
You think Kawhi top 2 all time?
He gonna be 3. I said he gonna be right underneath me. Number 3.
Without injury, I think played 733 career regular season games. Like I said, missed over 300.
You'll be in there too, though.
He's missed a lot of games.
Yeah, it's.
Where do you think you'll be, Gil?
I have no idea.
I wish I would have played with a
Missed the entire 21-22 season.
I would have been.
Yeah, MVP, close to MVP, runner-up MVP. Dang, he was a runner-up?
Yeah, and what?
Toronto?
2016?
15, 16,
Yeah.
San Antonio, then
Finished second that year, third the year after.
Yeah. Oh, that was before the injury, right? That year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Been top 10 5 times.
Yeah.
MVP voting.
I mean, it's gonna be a big what if when he's finished. It's not gonna, the history books is not gonna, favor what he really was.
Yeah, remember that 2016, obviously.
So
Ankle injury.
when he's played, he's been that dude. So it's one of those things where Hooper's is gonna remember who he was and how good he was. So history books won't show it.
I mean, for you guys being former Hoopers, just watching Kawhi, his ability to get to his spots.
He can shoot the fucking ball.
So methodical, but hand in the face, whatever's going on.
That's like his shot is pure. Like when you're talking about just pure shooting, I don't think anybody understands how good his shooting is, how great his shooting is. I want to see him in a three-point contest. Like I really want to see him in three-point. It's one of those things where,
It's too mechanical.
I don't give a fuck what it is. That shit just butter. When he lets it go, you be like, oh, that's
It's
talent.
right here.
He looks like a dude who plays with ankle weights on at the park.
It's
Like
so
that level.
but he get it done, man. The mechanical Jordan, man. It's the robot Jordan. They made him AI. It's a AI
The
version.
robot.
Yeah, just. And he plays both sides, bro. That's crazy, yeah.
And then for all three of y'all players who have dealt with injuries in your career, obviously, like we talked about, the knock and criticism around Kawhi is, can he stay healthy? We're seeing a healthy Kawhi so far in this playoff series.
I would love to see him stay healthy all through this whole run. And if they beat Denver,
I got a question.
that changes things, I think.
Is durability a part of the criteria?
In terms of what the GOAT debater when evaluating and
Hall of Fame, all that shit. Availability, durability. Does that count?
Yeah.
So if that counts, right? Brian, 22 years.
longevity, yeah.
No crazy injuries, nothing like that, right? Shouldn't we hold those who get injured to a certain standard to take care of their body? Should it be a penalty if it's not a freak injury?
But his came from his foot under him.
Who?
When they played the Warriors.
The Zaza?
He shot the three and Zaza slid under his ankle.
Had knee
That
surgery,
wasn't you're talking about Kawhi, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't the quad shit that we never found out what it was.
But that's
He was out for 2 years with a quad injury.
But that's where it came from, though.
Do we know?
Yeah,
We'll never
the MVP runner-up.
We'll never know.
But to your point, Sharpe, by all reports, Kawhi, a dude who lives in the gym,
Yeah.
and you have guys like that, guys like Kobe, right, who work so hard that it leads to kind of some of those devastating injuries just from.
Kobe was always available.
But
that one.
towards the end, towards the end of his career.
And that was because of the shoes.
Yeah.
It ain't because he was training wrong or none of that. It's just weird to me that these guys do stay injured, you know.
Yeah.
If it's not a freak injury or it's not a chronic injury, something that you just got to deal with. Gotta be available. You should be penalized for not being available.
Even Paul George, what happened to his knee was crazy in the Olympics.
The Olympic shit, yeah.
Yeah.
But he bounced back.
But that's rare to bounce back when your whole thing is knee was tore off. Shit.
So
John Livingston bounced back.
After 2 years though.
So using that logic
Never missed another mid-range.
for the rest of his career. So, but using that logic, a guy like KD, obviously suffers a torn Achilles, has come back and put up numbers comparable, and some might say even better to before the injury. When we've seen how devastating an injury like that can be to players' careers, especially at this point and stage in his career. But
It's like guys like Embiid and little knick-knack Bradley Beal for 30 games, 15 games, and like those little things are like, yo, come on, man. Like even the knick-knack, you playing at 60%. That's some Warrior shit. But if you hurt, you hurt. If you injured, you're injured. Go heal up, but goddamn play, be available. Can't be asking for the pie. You don't eat the meal, you're showing up for dessert and shit.
so back to Kawhi, 15 and 19 in that game, only had one dunk. Everything else, I'm just saying, one dunk layup in that game. Everything else, threes, middies, getting to a spot. When you talk about just his ability to score on the basketball court. How impressive is that to y'all?
I mean, it's also for shooting. I mean, you know, like his mid-range is fucking 99, 100, right? It seems like, you know, really there's not a lot of people who can affect his, you know, his shot once he decides to release it. It's all fingertip and touch, you know. I mean, you know, it doesn't look pretty. His game doesn't look pretty. It's not a sexy game, right? It is robotic. It does look like it hurts, right?
I mean, maybe not pretty to the average fan.
No, it's not pretty to nobody. I don't give a fuck who he is. It's not pretty. It's just all robotic. Between the legs, how he gets to it, how he starts. The only thing that looks pretty is when it goes in. You're like, God damn, just, you know. So the fact
like
that
stiff hardened.
you know, the fact that, you know, he continually shows that this is what he does, you know, Kawhi is Kawhi. You can't judge him against anybody else because his game is just different. He gets it done, and it's the product. God damn it, you said you wanna ace. Don't ask me how I got to it. God damn it, here it is. And that's his game, and you know, he delivers every time he does step on that court.
Yeah, man.
You agree?
Kawhi, top 10. Small forwards all time. Straight out of LA. He got two, Paul Pierce and Kawhi. Maybe three, shit.
No.
Inland Empire, that counts?
We let it count.
We let it count.
But
All right, Riverside is.
we don't go that way, but
It's not my cup of tea. I'm not gonna lie. Said he was all right the first time, man. Said Kawhi was all right the first time. He cool, man. Let it go.
You cool?
he putting your joker out, you know, your MVP. Ain't that your MVP? Where was that at?
He only has 14,
Triple-double.
Damn.
What?
I said he only has 14,000 points. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you just talk about the games missed. Is I think more than 4 seasons worth of games.
Yeah.
He's done
crazy.
a lot. He's done a lot in a short period of time. I can tell you that.
But let's get back to the series quickly. So Clippers flipped home court on the Nuggets in the series. Clips had 20 turnovers in their Game 1 loss Saturday. Kawhi tying his career worst with 7 of them. Nuggets had 20 turnovers in Game 2, with Jokic accounting for 7 of those. Now the series heads to LA, Games 3 and 4. Clips have seen a significant increase in their home court advantage in their first season playing at the Intuit Dome. So, Shad, how confident are you in the Nuggets' chances to win a game at the Intuit Dome?
Like I said before, it's all about their strategy, how they approach the game, you know, defensively, because I feel like you don't have to adjust to the Clippers right now. I think they show up and they play the game how you're going to defend them. And I think for the Nuggets to steal one, Russ is going to have to play out of his mind. I think MPJ is going to have to show up. You know, 15 boards was cool. I like his assertiveness on the glass because I've always liked that about him. He's big enough to go out there and get a double-double, but he got to stop settling for them threes and get to the line more. I think they could steal one, man. Just play, get back to your basics. Jamal Murray need the ball in the crunch time.
Man, Clippers in 5.
Clippers,
Maybe
5.
6, if they want to do 6, but
Clippers,
if they want to win back in LA, you know.
Clippers in 5, maybe 6.
Yeah, I don't see it going past that.
And what gives you that confidence?
If it does, that's me. You know, it's probably just one of them Clipper, you know, that juju around the Clippers. But the way they playing, they're going to take turns. Next game going to be James Harden back at home. They got too much firepower for DeMar.
And Gil, you feel like the Nuggets are overmatched with the Clippers' firepower? We know what Jokic has to do every game just for them to be competitive. Kawhi can have an off night, James could pick up the slack.
Yeah.
James can have an off night, Kawhi can pick up the slack. Zubac double-double machine. Norm Powell still hasn't really done much in this series.
And wait till
12 points
his
game 1,
comes,
13
right?
game 2.
Wait till he get his 20. Huh?
It just seems like I don't think Denver actually has enough anymore.
Yeah.
And you said that last night on the playback where it doesn't look like that championship squad of old. But what's missing other than KCP, or how essential was KCP as a...
They probably just don't get along anymore like that.
Yeah.
To the point it's affecting the game, because, the fact that Clippers did have 20 turnovers, didn't get to the free throw line a lot.
And that game still went to overtime.
Went to overtime. Jokic had 30, 12, and 9. Gordon had 25. Murray had 21. Westbrook had 15 off the bench. And they won in overtime.
But MPJ only, I think, 3 points in that game.
I mean, you're not going to have, the whole starting five is not going to have, double digits great scores. So it's just one person that's not going to play well. So for the most part, they're playing well as a team and they're barely winning. To win by 2 with such a great performance across the board, and you lose last night, and Clippers didn't play very well. It kind of shows when if James Harden and Kawhi is kicking in, they probably might like whoop that ass in one of these games. If Jokic don't have a triple-double and he has a bad game, it just doesn't seem like you guys they're going to be good enough to pull out the series. This is a struggle series for them.
You said Clippers didn't play that great in game 2, but you feel like did the Nuggets play that well in game 2? You talk about 20 turnovers. So is there optimism from them? Like, we played like shit. We only lost this game by 3.
Yeah, they played like shit. It's not like Clippers played great. You got one player that played great. Everybody else is mediocre. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
13 for 34 from the 3. Took 10 free throws. Was it 12?
I got a question. Zubac, the only guy played, right? The only big that played for the Clippers, he played 40 minutes.
Yeah. With Ben Simmons coming in.
The tallest player other than him is Ben, right?
Yeah.
That's their backup 5. Now, this says a lot about coaching. Well, we ain't got Zubac in foul trouble in the first 2 minutes, 3 minutes of the game to make them adjust their whole defensive strategy, because it's surrounded around Zubac. Mm-hmm. Then you got those guys is playing 15-plus minutes. Bogdanovich, Batum, Derrick Jones Jr. with Ben Simmons moving around. And you look at the bench performances.
14 points from the Clippers bench in that game.
Pickett, Watson, and DeAndre Jordan is not going to get, like you said, that's just not the firepower they used to have coming off to actually compete in the playoffs. They're not going to last.
And that's the whole thing. Adelman played Jokic the entire second half as an adjustment, but knew he had a 2-day break before their next game, so he could lean on him more. But it kind of started to show, I think, late in that game.
I mean, both. It just shows both is, they're relying on their starters to do all the heavy lifting, and, if Westbrook can, do something that can shift, the bench performances. Other than that, man, it just seems like, 4 out of the 5 starters, whoever the best is on, either side is going to pull out the series, because it's going down to the wire.
Yeah.
And do you have more faith in Joker or more faith in Kawhi, I guess, as this series goes on, to be able to execute that?
Right now, it seems like the Clippers as a group is a little more in sync than, Denver is. Just as a unit,
More reliable pieces.
Coaching and everything, too. All that. Last night, they kept Brown in and took Westbrook out for a little bit. That was shocking, because him and Westbrook and MPJ was balling at that time. So
It'll take two primary defenders to neutralize both James and Kawhi, which they do not have.
yeah.
And then after that, you got to deal with Norm Powell saying, all right, I got it. Yeah. I got it from here. y'all got him tired. And then you're like, all right, well.
It seems like Norm could be the X factor for this Clippers side.
Bogdanovich,
because he's capable.
But Bogdanovich would essentially be that because they got to cue in on Norm being that X factor. So he's like, we can neutralize him. They got Bogdanovich that'll come out of nowhere.
5 in game 2, but I'm saying between those two guys,
they got a squad.
They still haven't started clicking.
He like the Euro J.R. Smith. He like J.R. He will get hot when you don't want him to get hot.
They got a squad.
Boggy.
Man.
All right, well, let's keep this thing moving. Shout out to ZipRecruiter for sponsoring today's podcast. After the NBA playoffs, or before in the case of a few teams, there might be some coaches looking for work. And if you need to hire for your business and want an easier way to find qualified candidates, head to ZipRecruiter. And right now you can try for free at ZipRecruiter.com/Gil. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology works fast to find top talent so you don't waste time or money. You can invite top candidates for your job to apply, to encourage them to apply sooner. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to this exclusive web address to try ZipRecruiter for free. ZipRecruiter.com/Gil. That's ZipRecruiter.com/GIL. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Now let's shift over to the Eastern Conference. So
after we changed it to arena. I thought we changed it to arena.
That sounds like.
Oh.
Okay. So that one is still ZipRecruiter.com/Gil.
Got it.
ZipRecruiter.com/Gil. Okay, just make sure we got the information correct. So let's head over to Eastern Conference. So after learning that Isaiah Stewart would be out for Game 2, Knicks fans were optimistic that they would be in the driver's seat. Let's take a look at some highlights because that optimism would not last as the Pistons led for most of this game. Cade Cunningham looked like a star out there, scoring 33 points on 11 for 21 shooting in 42 minutes. He also got at the free throw line 12 times, which we'll discuss more a little later. Cade also brought in 12 rebounds, making him the first Pistons player to put up at least 30 points and 10 rebounds in a playoff game since Chauncey Billups in 2004 against the Nets in their second round series. So other key contributors for the Pistons included Jalen Duren, who had a double-double with 12 points and 13 boards, and Tobias Harris, who had 15 points and 13 rebounds. But the biggest non-Cade player for Detroit was Dennis Schroeder, who dropped 20 off the bench and made the biggest shot of the game. So for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson led the way with 37 points and 7 assists. Mikal Bridges had 19 points but struggled from 3. He was 3 for 11. No other Knicks player scored more than 10 points. Karl-Anthony Towns went scoreless in the second half, which we will dive into shortly. I think Cat and OG both had 10 in the game after having 23 apiece in Game 1. In the fourth quarter, the Knicks made a run from down as much 13 points to tie the game. So it was looking like a repeat of Game 1 for a moment there. But then Detroit held them off thanks to a clutch 3 from Dennis Schroeder with 55 seconds left. So for the Pistons' first playoff win since 2008, they snapped a 15-game playoff losing streak, the longest such in NBA history. 2008. Swept 3 times in that time frame, lost Game 1 as well.
That's the longest in NBA history?
That is the longest playoff losing streak, 15-game playoff losing streak.
Damn.
Oh.
So 2008, I believe they lost 2 games to end that series, got swept 3 times.
My Brown, right?
Got swept 3 times and then lost Game 1. So they had lost 15 straight before getting this big win in the Garden. Take home court advantage.
Damn, got swept.
By stealing Game 2. So, Sharpe, what changed for the Pistons in Game 2?
Game 2 or the whole season?
Game 2, the season?
Shit, they just rolling right now. I think JB got them guys believing it, and I think it's a testament to his growth as a coach. I wasn't always too fond of JB. He know why.
He knows why. Do you want to share it?
Nah, because it's not important. It ain't personal. It ain't personal.
Okay.
But he's grown to understand. He's always been a player's kind of guy, player coach type of guy. So he understands what the guy. Yeah, JB. Yeah.
He did.
So he was the assistant. He was, you know what I'm saying? He always used to fuck with the guys. Yeah. So he understands those young guys, what they like, what they want to do.
Players coaching.
Yes, he's him and Mosley, Jamal.
Yeah.
Those are the two guys who can shape the league as far as understanding players and what they need, what sets to run. They're not necessarily the IQ guys of the game because they didn't play.
Yeah.
Right? But they can set you up. You know, JB's dad was a legend.
Yeah, he's been around the game a long time.
You know, he's got a good legacy play with himself right now. But I like Detroit's, their grit. It's getting very reminiscent of 04. All they really need is a big that can score, though. I think that's what they're missing. I told y'all about Cade already. Cade is already doing what he's doing. He's little Grant Hill out there.
Yeah, they been
You know what
Grant.
I'm saying? Killing.
They got their Grant.
So I like everything Detroit doing. If I could pick two new teams, it'd be Houston and Detroit.
Oh, so you would roll with the if it was a fit, but you would roll with the Rockets if you could pick.
Or Detroit.
Wow. Okay.
One of the two. And they both got the twins on there. And I fuck with both of them twins.
Shout out to Amen and Asar Thompson out there. So, Swag, in your opinion, what changed for the Pistons in Game 2 in their win over the Knicks in the Garden to tie the series up?
Dennis Schroeder. He's capable to take over games. You know, when you got a player like that coming off the bench, I think he just get a bad rep for what happened during his contract, but he always been like a starter in this league. You know,
Solid.
been solid. He started off the year with averaging 20 with the Brooklyn.
With Nets, then obviously got traded to the Warriors. Then got traded again.
Got traded again. You know, I don't know what happened with the Warriors. That was Steve Kerr.
I don't think he wanted to be there.
And he don't want to be there. Yeah, I don't think he wanted to be
He
there.
ain't like that shit.
But
Pass the Steph every time down type shit.
This is Steph Curry, greatest shooter of all time.
that wasn't his style, moving all around, coming off screens and shit happened to pass.
He tradition. Kyle Lowry type.
Yep.
He's a Kyle Lowry type without the All-Star.
So this kid, when you got that backup and somebody you can rely on that's been in situations like this, I feel like the Lakers messed around and played with him too much too. Like
Solid.
we needed him, brought him back half the season, talked about him, then brought him back. So to see him doing what he's doing, I hope he keep it up. And yeah, man, they're gonna be tough. They're gonna be tough.
So, Gil, what was the difference in your opinion with the Pistons Game 1 versus Game 2? Game 1 obviously had that 8-point lead in the fourth quarter. Knicks go on a 21-0 run to win that one. Had a lead in the fourth this game, too. Obviously, Knicks came storming back, tied it up, but
Game 1, you know, it's just like any Game 1. You know, sometimes, you know, your nerves get the best of you. And, you know, they look like they were, you know, young. And, you know, once they shook off the Garden in that first game, it seemed like they were more confident as a whole group. You know, Cade settled down and, you know, he's doing what his game has been saying all season, you know. Could win, you know, most improved. But, you know, he shows he's a, you know, all-star, all-NBA player. And
they going to make you all-NBA team this year.
yeah, he plays like he literally plays like he's a vet. And the fact that he does have Dennis Schroeder coming off, you know, who is a vet, who, you know, won FIBA championship, right? You know, so we know who he is. And, you know, from there, everyone's falling in line. You know, I think when it comes to the Knicks, they are the veteran team, but it actually looks like they still don't know what they're doing for the most part. You know, when you talk about Mikal Bridges saying that, you know, they might need a break, and it's like, for who? Who do you have? Like, I think the bench outscored them 35-8 yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, so it is, like, you don't
Deuce
have
McBride had all.
you don't have anybody
Deuce
coming
is
off
the
the
only-
bench that's worth
Deuce
putting
is
in
the
a
only
game.
one.
So
Yeah, a little bit.
Deuce is the only one.
No, because you can't do that to
But Campaign only played 4 minutes.
No, Cam needs to play. But they the
14
same.
a
They the
game.
same player.
That's what I'm saying.
Them
That
two are the
messes
same
somebody up, though.
Yeah, it
Because
does.
The game before you have, 17 or 20, then you only play 4 minutes the next
So
game.
Campaign 11 in the fourth quarter, Game 1,
Yeah, you
14
can't
points
do
in
that.
that game. Only played 4 minutes, Game
Well,
2.
we're gonna take him
Didn't
out
take a
for.
shot.
But you need to take.
hey, I'm going to take him off of Brunson.
No,
Okay, what was
they
the
played
difference?
together.
What was the difference
Yeah.
the first game?
What was the difference?
What was the
first
difference?
game?
Was it defense or was it scoring?
So Brunson, 44 minutes in game 2.
What's the name got in foul trouble?
Game 1?
Yeah. Hart.
And so
Josh.
you had to go to the bench.
And you went to McBride.
but Josh didn't get hurt. You know, he
But
didn't get
that's
he
what
didn't get
I'm
in foul
saying.
trouble. So it's
You
Okay, so you
nobody's
saying
supposed to
that
play
they got
44
campaigned.
minutes, bro. 44 minutes, Gil.
Brunson, 44 minutes game 2.
44 minutes is crazy.
You got to
mean,
sub the
taking a
point guard
break.
out,
Yeah,
bro,
I mean,
for sure.
I'm just saying, like
You taking a break somewhere during that game. when
Appeared
you
to
play.
tweak his ankle a little
Bro,
in game
that's
1.
Thibs.
Switched
Yeah, that's what I
to-
said.
Thibs don't got no confidence.
Yeah.
And think about if I'm a point. I just had how many
He had
points?
14 points
I
game
had
1.
14 points that were instrumental to us winning the game.
Yes.
I'm actually preparing to go back in the game for game 2.
confidence.
Yeah, like, yeah.
I know.
Hey, I'm going to get 20 this time. Y'all thought that was... And then you see the court, 3 minutes. What?
That's crazy.
Oh, you fucking up everything for me
Yeah,
at this
yeah.
point. The Tibbs,
crazy.
14
how far
game
has
one.
Tibbs been?
Yeah.
How far has Tibbs gone in the playoffs?
He can't
Conference
go
finals?
far.
He went conference finals with Chicago.
No, second. Was that second round? When they played Miami?
They lost to Miami in conference finals, right?
Let me see.
Was it?
2011.
I don't know what round that was, but I remember that's when.
Yeah, that's when he did the
He got
dunk
hurt.
and all that. He was killing them.
I mean, D-Rose got hurt, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, I believe conference finals with the Bulls, if I'm not
with
mistaken.
the Bulls.
in
So Tibbs,
2013.
you know, he has to have a certain
Right.
type of team where he trusts point guard can sub out. Because I think the team that he had then, it was D Rose, Kurt Heinrich,
But he was
Chris Duhon, Wild Dang, all those guys. He trusted all those
2011,
guys.
you're right.
2011. Yeah. I mean, at this point, you got the Knicks. You got 3 college guys who you know play. Well, 2 college guys. Well, 3. 3 college guys play together. You got another college guy who understand championship shit. The Cat won in championship with AD, right? I mean,
was on that team, was he?
Carl Anthony Towns won the national championship, I believe.
Let me double
Or
check.
did? Yeah.
Or he just went number 1. I can't remember. But you know, Cat got pedigree too.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where you can't overplay them and then not play campaign and
I don't think Cat did not, but did get
play. Did he get played?
SEC freshman of the
Yeah,
year.
freshman year.
Second team All-American 2015.
Yeah, Tibbs gonna have to figure it out.
You
man,
gotta
'cause
figure it out.
He's not doing it the way it's gonna help in the long run. Did Mitchell Robinson play a lot? Mm-hmm. Over 25 minutes?
He played 20 minutes. But
20 minutes.
speaking of Tibbs, Tibbs was not happy with how the game was called, particularly for his captain, Jalen Brunson. Here's what he said after the game last night.
You assess what you saw from Jalen tonight.
Yeah, same. You know, like he battled like crazy. You know, there was a physicality that, you know, like I want to take a look at the, you know, obviously huge discrepancy in free throws. Huge. So I got to take a look at that. Right. So, you know, I don't understand, you know, how on one side, you know, you talk about direct line drives, the guy's getting fouled and it's not being called. Right. So, and look, I really don't give a crap how they call the game as long as it's consistent on both sides. So if Cunningham's driving and there's marginal contact and he's getting to the line, then Jalen deserves to be getting to the line. It's really that simple.
So, in the interest of fairness, Pistons shot 34 free throws to 19 for the Knicks. Brunson shot 11 free throws compared to 12 for Cade. So how do you think Tibbs' criticism official will impact the series going forward?
12 and 11.
34 to 19, though.
no, he said Cade and Brunson. And it was one more free throw over, so he's wrong. So he really do need to look at the film and see what happened. The fact that their small guy is the guy that generates all the free throws, obviously, because he drives and likes to bump, you know, they can't tell if he's creating a contact or if he's getting hit. So he's going to be at a disadvantage like he always has been. You know, their problem was Cat. Yeah. You wasn't smart enough to realize that, yeah, Brunson has an advantage, but he doesn't have an advantage, right? You're the small guy on there playing against bigger guys. Like the real advantage is Cat. So the fact that you do ice him out in the whole second half, like, you know, you didn't realize he wasn't getting the ball. Like for the last 5 minutes, it was basically iso ball. It wasn't two-man game. It was basically Brunson gets the ball, and you have bigger guards guarding him. So it's, you know, he's capable of hitting those shots, but, you know, for the most part, he wasn't.
So Gary talked about Cat. Cat only had 10 points in the game, 23, I believe, in game one. So a surprising stat on Cat, especially since Isaiah Stewart was inactive last night. This is from Knicks reporter Fred Katz of The Athletic. So Karl Anthony Towns did not score in the second half, took his last shot of the game with 5:20 to go in the third quarter, played all 12 minutes of the fourth quarter, did not get a shot during that time. So basically went 17 minutes of game action between the third and fourth quarter.
Welcome to the corner, nigga.
I mean,
Nah. You know what it is? It's game recognition, man. It's 2 stars, right? And he took a back seat because Brunson was going to be aggressive because he wasn't getting calls. If you go back and watch the game, Brunson had the ball a lot of the time.
Every time.
And you know what I'm saying? So he already in his mind, like the energy of the crowd, we're trying to keep the crowd engaged. He feels he got to score every time down.
But Brunson did the Batman shit and went to the back for a minute.
Got his cape.
That was
game
Cat
one.
time to get the ball.
But guess who out there with him? Some dogs. There's some dogs out there. And if you think about Cat, if he don't start out hot and he ain't got the confidence that like he got it going against one of them, you got 3 of them. Isaiah wasn't there. The dude Reed, he weak side beating that shit too. So he's like, you got 2 motherfuckers down there that's trying to take you out. So if he don't got no lather going in the first half and you get in the second half, he don't shoot at all. It's cause they barking at him. Hey, you better not touch that bitch.
He turned into a cat. Bro.
Yeah, he turned right into he curled up.
Thought it was a 3.
I don't know. He was a lion at the beginning of the game.
Nigga dunked that.
Motherfucker was 5 for 7.
And that's how they
Yeah,
supposed
10
to
quick
keep
ones.
going to him. Keep going to
10
him.
quick was in just bodega closed.
Man.
So
They don't run no actions, no easy actions.
they don't.
Post to post, block to block, where he get an easy shot, man.
how much is that on
Yeah, I don't
Cat
think
though
they
for
ran
not
a pick
demanding
and
the
roll.
ball? You going
It's
17 minutes a game?
Who he demanding the ball from?
Whoever
Who
got it.
has the ball?
The king of New York.
Hey man, give me that ball. Hey man, move, man. Come set the screen and move out the
Did
way.
he even do pick and rolls?
I don't know where they were being taught basketball, but this type of basketball where you can go this long without shooting,
Yeah, that's crazy.
not touching the ball, not being even available.
Yeah, that's
Swinging
But
and
you
swinging.
know this motherfucker's left-handed
Yeah.
and he wants to go left. And if he do go right, he want to do the bump, fade left. I'm running through all his plays.
Yep.
You don't give me this goddamn ball. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna take 27 shots and I haven't. No, I'm gonna run through. Like you're supposed to know your players better than everything. I'm supposed to know when Jalen Brunson is got that shit in his eye. Like, oh, okay, he about to
shoot this shit.
he about to shoot a lot. So for the most part, you're supposed to understand how to play this game.
Oh, shit.
Like you know he's coming in the lane, he's gonna sit there and bump, flash right in front of him. Motherfucker, hey.
So
You know?
Cat, after the game, was asked about having 0 field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. He said, just trying to have the game do what it does, just executing what we talked about. Thought we got some great looks, especially when we fought back in that game. But
That's exactly what it is. He was just running the plays.
Running the plays.
And he's sitting out there, and this is what I believe this generation is comfortable running up and down the floor, not touching the ball, 5-6 possessions. Oh no, he had it over there. They just doing their thing. Bro, we need time and score. Look at the time and score, bro. We can't go 4 possessions to not score. And we not getting no stops. They on a 3-0 run. Bro, we need you. It's game recognition. I need to get the ball. Let's get to the free throw line or let's get a foul or something. Stop the momentum. Brunson can't do it with just jacking up shots.
That pressure of being in the Garden compared to Minnesota is different. Too.
Way different.
Man, fuck that, man. The man had 5 for 7.
He was hot.
He was on fire.
He was hot.
So what's the
I
other
counted
reason?
my money last night.
Fact.
What's the
I
other
picked him
reason? then?
17. I picked him for 17.5. He had 10 quick
He
ones.
So we
said,
just
he
gonna
sat
say-
down.
10 quick
We
ones.
just gonna
Sat
say-
down.
I thought by the third quarter still said, because he had it in the first, by the third quarter still said 10. I had to refresh. Oh, they fucked up in
Ain't
the
no
back.
way.
Oh, he
Ain't
must
no
have got
way.
hurt.
No
Then I
way.
said-
So what's the other reason then?
I said him out there playing fucking duck, duck, goose.
Like what he said.
What? You just
What
out
he
there running plays?
Don't
He's
touch
just
me.
running the play.
I'm just
sitting here like
executing
this.
what we talked
No,
about.
you can't
ain't
be
that
that
an excuse?
mentally locked
Don't
in
you-
where you just sitting there waiting for the ball like that.
You know and I know that's an excuse for a player that don't want to actually break the offense.
Thank you. That's what I'm
He don't
saying.
want, I'm just
I don't want to mess up everybody.
everybody. I might just.
But if you're
man.
Cat making the bread that you're making, is that a mentality that you're having?
No,
At some
hell
point,
We're in the
no.
middle of executing a play, and you run and cut down the middle of the lane, and we don't give it to you. You just fucked up the whole play.
What's the play? Give it to Brunson. Brunson do what you do.
Exactly. Or
But
Bridges,
he's not coming out the
coming around
game.
on the double. Whatever it is, it's not for you, Cat.
He's
Hey,
not
man.
coming out the game.
Like, I don't get it, man. You remember when we do a pick and roll and you don't do the actual pick?
You just went through it.
I was really set it, so the motherfucker just fight over. You got to give me the ball.
Facts. Don't even
That's a
say
lot
it.
of shit
Set
to
this
do,
fucking
bro.
set the pick down. All right, man.
It was a slip. I was
Let him miss it and then post up. Goddamn it, you ain't open to shoot this.
my
shit.
bad.
Like I don't know what basketball it is. You need to start watching some selfish players.
And that's all I'm saying. At some point, this Cat need to be
Yeah.
selfish. Give me the rock. I ain't taking a shot.
Yeah, I know
The
probably
KG
got-
shit is,
I
hey
know
man,
the
bring your
fucking-
motherfucking ass down here. Turn off this. Throw it down here.
Yeah.
Turn off me. Hey, listen.
No.
Fuck that, coach. Man, listen. Man. Hey, listen. Brunson, come, Josh, come turn off me. Throw it in here. Cut off the baseline. I'm going to work down here.
Man, it looked like he just got there. Let's say that.
Facts.
It looked like when Brunson got back, everybody fell back in line. All right, this is last year playoffs.
Y'all know exactly how we
This
doing
is
this
last year playoffs, and goddamn it, whoever was here last year ain't here this year.
shit. Bridges, you are now DiVincenzo.
Bridges
Okay?
doing those
You
damn
do not
threes.
do
He
nothing
ain't got
different.
no legs.
You don't do shit different but shoot the motherfucker, okay?
Cat, you are Harkenstein.
You are Harkenstein.
Yo,
Revamp that
Isaiah
shit.
Harken shit back to us. Goddamn it, somebody.
OG, we need you to do
so my
something
guy
a little
can shoot
bit
the ball.
different. Shit.
So we asked the chat who wins the series. 60% of the chat thinks the Pistons are going to win this series.
Shit,
Let's talk a little bit more about
do
Thibs.
that.
We talked about Mikal Bridges complaining about the Knicks' heavy workload since the end of the regular season. That has been a criticism of Thibs throughout his career. Knicks obviously second in the East last season, got to the second round. This year, third, more wins than last season. But when you look at Thibs, is Thibs gone if the Knicks don't make it to at least the conference finals this year?
I don't know how do you complain as a player for playing too much? That's crazy. Like you play me too much, coach? Like
Never.
like I'm averaging 25 because you play me too much. If you play me less, I'm average 20 and that's my pay.
Do you think Jalen Brunson's complaining about playing
Fuck
44
no.
minutes? Shit.
Why?
Play me
You
more.
play me like a max player so I can be a max player? I've never heard someone complain about not playing. I mean playing. Usually it's, you ain't playing me enough, coach. Trying to get my numbers. So the fact that that's even an issue with them, either you're gonna lose this round or next round, nobody really give a fuck. You know what I mean? It don't matter who
It's
they.
the style, though. Ain't it the style of how they play, though?
So
That's like
What
somebody
style?
saying. That's like somebody saying I'm making too much money, man. You're giving me too much money, man.
Too much money.
Hey, man, listen, stop. Just stop giving me that money.
Right?
I don't want no more money. You give it.
But it could
What?
be a number of things, too. They practice how they play, too, though. So
but I think
they
Mikal Bridges'
they
point.
practicing like that, too.
Facts.
That's the thing. They ain't just playing, motherfucker.
Mikal Bridges'
40
point, though, we need to rely more on the bench. I don't think that's an inaccurate approach, especially looking at what the bench delivered.
Well, the coach is looking at him like, what fucking bench?
Like, the starters are the
Nigga.
bench. You are the bench.
I'm not playing with y'all. I can't shoot no jumpers.
Yeah, I played 47 minutes a game in the playoffs one season, and then the next season 47.
Said 47 and then 47.
45. I mean 45.
Okay.
And then 47.
45-47. Do.
I went to the same round that motherfucker went to. Nope, I was not tired at all. There's TV timeouts. There's free throws. There's out of bounds.
Well, especially you play a game Monday. You know you don't play again until Thursday.
Listen, if you know how to call timeouts, you don't really actually have to sub anybody if you don't want to.
Yeah, and we saw Steve Kerr do that against the Rockets.
Right? Every 3 minutes there's a timeout, right? TV timeout. If I want to use my timeout, I can call one at the 10:50 mark. Then there's one at 9 minutes. The 7:50 mark. Then there's one at you know how to. So you don't have to sub yourself. It's not like y'all really doing anything but sitting playing fucking 5 out. The problem is they're not in the condition that the past used to be in. Some
of them.
Yeah,
Some.
Bridges not missing no games.
That's something.
But that's different though. Not missing games and being able to play, like you say, 47.
Thibs teams are different.
Brunson, the way Brunson plays, to be honest, that's the only motherfucker I'll be watching as a coach. Because Brunson is going to be attacked on defense because he's little, and then how he plays offense, bumping. So I'm going to be gauging everybody off of him, right? Like, hey, do you need any rest? Because he's using the most energy out of everybody.
Yep.
Same thing with somebody like Shea. Same thing with Cade, Giannis, right? Even a Jokic, right? These guys maximize how they play the game, and they're going to expend so much energy. So, Hart. How Hart plays and rebounds and offensive rebounds. So, you know what I mean? So I'm going to really be paying attention as a coach. My timeouts, when I use them, is predicated on those guys. Because I need to rest those guys the most, and I'm going to use them through timeouts if I don't want to sub them.
I always say this.
Bridges going? My bad, go ahead.
I always say this. Like, I remember Carolina, when we sub ourselves out, we come out and we put ourselves back in the game. Because when you sub yourself out, you're telling the coach, I'm playing hard enough to take me out. And I was also told that you can really only play 2.5, 3 straight minutes as hard as you can, 100%. And that might be down back, depending on what offense is being ran, right? If you're playing 100% defense and it's a Princeton-style offense and you're going to be like 2 possessions, you're like, oh, shit, give me a breather, right? So there is segments where we can actually rest on defense. Like I'm looking at Mikal Bridges and I'm going through the game last night, and there was a lot of possessions where he rested. You know, and you're chasing a guy around every now and again, but you get to sit back because you're waiting on rotations. They play pick and roll. I can sit here and wait for this rotation. Then I jog back down on the other end. We're going to run the offense. Since he ran it on that side of the floor, I know I ain't got to do shit on this side, roll and ride, swing, if it gets to me. Then to jog back on the other end. You're really not playing hard. That's why it's upsetting, because the guys could play hard every possession. They could be flying around the ball. They could be closing out. They could be doing things, multiple efforts. But you don't see that. You see them chuck up threes, get the rebound, come down, chuck up three, get the rebound. There's no discipline. There's no execution. And that's why it's wild basketball right now.
Hey, for the guy who said I've never worked out, I guess you probably young. I worked out 3 times a day. I ran miles every day. I was probably one of the most conditioned players, besides like somebody like Rip Hamilton. That's why I never needed to be subbed. That's why I know the problem of this generation, that they don't train and work out, so their muscles is not used to running. I ran track. I ran 5 miles a day when I was younger, so I'm in shape, so you didn't have to sub me. So I understand what your usage rate should be as an NBA player if you're working out. If I didn't work out that hard in practice, I read the treadmill, I came back at night, so when I say that somebody like a Brunson, that's why I can identify the people who actually put out the work, where my timeouts will be called because of how they're playing, not the rest of the team. Because I know that, how Giannis plays, there might be a moment in time where he's going to go up 3 times. Somebody like a Steph Curry, right? I got to watch how Steph plays on how I'm going to call my timeouts. because I know what in shape actually looks like because I was that player. That's why I can play 47.3. Like, you think you can play that in the NBA?
That's an excuse.
We're not being in shape? Who?
Them. That's an excuse for missing shots.
Yeah, like, oh, he plays us too much. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Run some miles,
And
dog.
it's the type of shots that they taking. Because
Excuse for missing shots.
it's nasty, the type of shit. And you could, my legs,
I would
man, I ain't
love,
getting
niggas,
enough
I
rest.
would love to play them. Niggas would love to play
Like, do they not watch marathons?
Right.
Bro.
Niggas
And that's what it is.
love to
Fucking
play them.
marathon.
Like marathon runners, dog. Like, they run before they can. You think they can just run 25 miles? I'm running 25 miles today. No, they got to prep for that shit.
Man.
They got to prep 5 miles hit and 10 miles and 15. And when they run 25, that means they already probably running 35 just to run 25 good. They seem fucking fine to me when the nigga who come in first place, ask him how many miles he had to run just to run that 25 4 times. You have to be a conditioned person to do this. That's why these guys are getting hurt so much.
Yep.
Because they're not conditioned athletes anymore.
They're skipping steps, man.
They doing this
They
rubber
don't play in
band
the
shit.
summer,
They look
They ain't
good.
even stretching,
They
though.
look-
They don't even
They don't
stretch.
play in the summer, though.
No.
They don't play.
Like, this is it. Like, this them Instagram. Like, tell these motherfuckers, them Instagram people that's cut up 5%.
Man.
Tell them to go play
Right.
up and down one time.
Never.
They got them show muscles. It's show muscles.
We pretty muscles, as we used to call them, man.
Yeah,
They're not functional.
fucking show
Look
horse.
great.
The workout, then go hoop.
So we were the
Workout,
same
go-
dudes to be challenging you with the one-on-one. Hey, let's play. It's like, yeah, bro, but listen, if we was to really, like, play, like,
That's what I want to see. Can I get in
Match
shape
up.
again? I want to see that.
Like that.
it's not worth it.
I wanna see it
I want to
that-
get in
that-
shape.
that-
I'm going to get in shape.
that shit hurt,
that basketball in shape, man.
That shit hurt, man.
I'm about to get
That
back
shit
in.
hurt.
Like, I remember when, like JJ Redick, I was, you know, because I was with him in Orlando, so I can see what his routine was, right? And he goes, and the year he retired, he said, I retired because I couldn't do my summer program no more. He said, when the summer came, and I'm like, all right, let's get ready.
Yeah.
He said, the thought of me having to do this, I didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Same thing with KG. KG said the summer came, and I'm like, time to run the beach.
All right, man.
Like, nah, man, I can't do this no more, man. It didn't have nothing. Like, he could have cheated and said, I'm gonna do half of this and then go work. But those type of guys, they want to maximize what they do, their output in the summer to prepare for the season. So, you know, those guys were real workhorses. Like, that's why, like, when you look at a Westbrook and somebody like a Giannis, somebody like a Steph in Dubai running the hills, there's a reason he can run around all fucking day. That shit ain't easy, man.
I just think we had a different program, though, growing up. Like,
Who?
we just hooped, too, bro. Like, basketball, I don't think we got tired, bro. We used to be outside playing
All
You
day.
know why?
all day, bro.
You know why?
like,
Because when I match up with Nick, Nick not gonna let me have a moment off on
Right,
defense,
dog.
right? Because
I don't
it's Nick and
how you
Gil
get
on the
tired?
same team, right? We running fives. I come down, I gotta guard you. Then I come down, I gotta guard you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to push you 100%. You trying to push me. We all get better because we all not trying to get shown up by each other. And then
Like,
might have DeMarcus and
just
KG
work
down
out.
here. We got everybody hooping, but everybody want to win. So we all
Right.
playing hard. But now you looking at, hey man, you just let him just blow by you like that and dunk on you like that?
crazy.
You're not embarrassed,
You
bro?
ain't embarrassed? You want to go back?
Bro, you just sat in the corner. You ran down and sat in the corner. Everybody still making noise in the gym.
Yeah. Think about it, bro.
Like, I remember the condition, man, when we went to when we used to go, like, if you're not playing and you had to do the bleacher run.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit was nasty.
Oh, I hated that shit.
I hate. And then you had to go around. You had to go up and down and then around.
Yeah, like, I
Think
remember,
about
like,
it.
no,
Get
think
mad.
about it.
No, just get on the track.
Just get
Everybody
on
on the
the track.
track.
Like, that's how I
bro.
know, like, condition has changed. Like, I know what I did in the summer.
They get in trouble
Right?
for that now,
When
though.
you're talking about running miles and running bleachers, I remember we used to play games, like, in September. I'll run bleachers, then play in the game. When we do pickup. To have everybody do the same thing. So we used to run the bleachers, play pickup. We did that shit for a month, right?
Crazy.
Niggas looking perfect. Training camp, nigga, this about to be a breeze. First day. Done.
No matter what you did.
No matter
that
what
training
you
camp-
did, training camp,
I think it
2
was
a day.
more scary
you
than
done
anything.
hamstring
I
sore.
think it was more scary than anything. Like, man, we gotta do all this running shit, man.
But like you say, if you prepare right, you already know that everybody got a certain type of preparation. The bad thing about the NBA is us three can have the same routine and get in shape and get to the fucking training camp and 7 other motherfuckers is out of shape.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't did half the shit we did. Now think about college. In college, we all gotta get in shape at the same time. We all know we in shape because we all complaining in the dorm. We like, God damn, today was crazy.
Right.
Now we show up to training camp. We don't know who went hard this summer. We don't know who skipped steps until we on the court. And it's like the first 3 hours, it's like, yo, you all right, my nigga? You good? Man, I just smoked a blunt on the way here. Shit, you still smoking?
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Bro, what you on? We supposed to be? So once you get the energy, ain't nobody taking it serious, that's when everything starts separating.
And that's why I couldn't get my career back after I got, clipped. When the summer came, I treated it like it was a normal summer.
Yep.
So once I could move, I'm over there running track, running with the parachute on, doing my bike runs.
Oh,
You didn't
do the rehab part? Yeah, I know.
I didn't know.
Because you
I
wasn't
didn't,
used to
I
being
didn't know
hurt,
nothing
too.
about.
Yeah,
I never
know.
knew nothing about rehab.
so
so
you didn't go through
I'm
none of
already
the rehab?
no, I didn't.
I
got
like
the strength in this
that,
shit?
I did a little bit of that, but once I was allowed to run,
That's what I just
shit.
So
You didn't do none of the
I'm running
strength in
my
this
sprints,
shit?
I'm running my miles around. And
Oh, that's why y'all shit fucked
so that's
up.
what I said. 8 games into the season, I'm out again.
Oh, your shit was weak as
So
hell.
I didn't respect the rehab process. I didn't know because it was like basically sit here and get fat. You know what I mean? And I don't know what the fuck that means, dog.
Yeah.
Like,
And I did 9
I was
months of
supposed to
that
do
shit.
with this.
I didn't know what
You ain't running the pool, you ain't do the pool shit.
I did the pool
did the
stuff,
pool shit.
but then I got a bike. I'm gonna run the bike.
Yeah, then
That got, like it was a thing where I
It's
could
boring,
Yeah, I had to treadmill in the pool.
bro.
It
Like
helped,
once
it helped
you
your
feel like you
confidence
can
running.
move,
Okay.
you want to
Yeah.
get out there.
I'm just saying, in terms of actual exercise,
That too, yeah, because it's like punching underwater. It's actually like
did a
the
lot of
resistance
pool
is
shit.
cades.
yeah,
I
no,
did
I
a
mean
lot of
the pool stuff, everybody always, but it's
Pilates works though.
Yeah, we got off
Pilates,
topic a little bit.
Yeah, I did.
Gil, this is Gil's Arena. We get off topic every day, but important topics nonetheless.
Rehabbing, that shit is so boring, bro.
So back to Thibs real quick before we move on.
it's
Mental
so
like a
boring.
motherfucker.
Because once I feel like I can move, I just get back on
And
the
that's-
court. I just want to go.
That's when the
again.
doctors be like, don't,
You have to-
don't do
You got to be
that.
so mentally disciplined.
Yeah,
man,
you
for
got
that.
to, bro.
Like I didn't know it then. I still don't know it now.
Still don't.
I need rehab
I need
now.
rehab.
I'm like, shit, fuck. Shit. It's been
rehab.
fucked
I
up
feel
for-
fine enough
It's
to
been
go
fucked
play.
up for 18 years. Might as well just go ahead and throw a couple more in there.
That's why I be
So,
waking up.
I can't even bend my damn knee. Yeah.
Y'all don't be wanting to fix the shit.
Dog, it
That
feel
pain
good.
is too much to not be like, yo, I gotta
Yeah.
fix this.
But
this
once
shit
it feel
hurts.
good, it feel good though. Like it feel good enough for what I do now. And yeah, I run, shoot, not too much.
Sit
If
on
I
the
feel
couch,
good
get
that
up.
day,
Walk up the stairs. You ain't popping and clicking. Popping.
hell yeah, I be
pop,
popping
pop,
and clicking. And when
Snap,
you wake up in the
crackle.
morning, that's when it hurt.
So we asked the chat, is Thibs coaching for his job? 72% of the chat says yes.
What time is it?
It feels like we're all coaching for our jobs. It is 1:11:11. That is,
Just asking.
it was all 1:11:11s.
time
You
for
did
the
mention
Lakers.
that
Is
a
it
lot
time
of
for the
coaches needed to
Lakers
move
segment?
around.
Man, ain't no Lakers
Previous
segment
episodes
today,
seem like
man.
other people
What?
use that take as well in their various shows.
They're using it?
I've seen it.
You've heard it?
I'm like, I've seen this before.
Be confident, Gil.
I've seen this take somewhere else.
Winning
But
today.
let's shift back over to the Western Conference. So back in 2021,
Oh,
so why are you excited about the West?
I thought we were about to talk about the Lakers. My bad.
The Lakers play tonight.
Yeah, we play tonight.
We talked about the Lakers yesterday. This is not
Talk about
a
it every day though.
Laker heavy show, as you guys know. We give respect and love to all teams. So back in 2021, Grizzlies gave the Thunder the worst loss in NBA history with a 73-point blowout. Thunder returned the favor in Game 1 of their opening round playoff series. Thunder's 51-point win was the largest Game 1 win in NBA playoff history, 5th largest in postseason history. Balanced attack by OKC as 6 players scored in double figures, with no one playing more than 26 minutes. SGA only played 23 minutes in the game, 15 points, 5 assists on 4-13 shooting. Jalen Williams had 25 boards, 6 dimes, and 3 steals. Chet Holmgren added 19 and 10 boards. Aaron Wiggins came off the bench. led the team in scoring with 21 points. Ja Morant, the only Grizzlies starter to score in double figures. He had 17 points on 6 of 17 shooting. Marvin Bagley III came off the bench, had 17 and 5, going a perfect 8 for 8 from the field. So the Grizzlies had a quick turnaround after winning the final playing game for the 8th seed on Friday night, then traveling to OKC for an early afternoon game on Sunday. After the embarrassing loss, Ja had this to say.
Joe, what are you telling your guys after something after a game like this?
We'll never, play that bad again.
So, Ja, what do you tell your guys after you have a game like this? Ja said, we'll never play that bad again. Let's talk the Thunder, though. Thunder were the best team in the league this season, set a franchise record for wins, had the top-rated defense and top 3 offense, best point differential in NBA history with an average margin of victory of nearly 13 points. So what statement did the Thunder make with their blowout win over the Grizzlies in Game 1? A lot of talk about this team being young, inexperienced, not ready to make that next step. 51-point blowout win. Number 1 team in the NBA.
You don't want to see.
I see you looking confused.
Yeah, because you're young, like they're not playing against a young team, too.
You don't want to see OKC.
I'm saying that what the criticism of OKC was that they're young.
But they're playing against a young team, too, so that criticism is still there until they play against a veteran team, just FYI.
So you don't think the Grizzlies squad?
No, you said the criticism that they were receiving because they were young, but they're playing against a team that's also young.
The Grizzlies
So
a lot of playoff experience.
But they won by.
they beat their ass.
Yeah.
51.
I mean, they showed that they've been number 1. They are number 1, and you
what
are
I'm
number
saying.
8.
That's how one is supposed to look.
You had to play in the play-in game just to get an ass whooping like this.
But Grizzlies not a true 8 seed based on how this West panned out. Not a traditional
You lose by 51. You 8
top 4 team in the West for
You
the bulk
eight
of the
seed.
season. Okay,
You
I
eight
understand that.
Only thing.
But it wasn't like they battled
Only
back to
thing
get
looks
the 8.
good on
No, you 8 seed. You get an ass whooping like that. You are where you belong.
Yeah. Ja has some nice ass shoes on though.
The shoes is nice.
New shoes.
Very nice.
Cold. The shoes is cold.
Very
I know.
That
was the only thing. That was the only thing I was looking at.
I was like,
Good ass
damn,
shoes out there,
that
boy.
was
Them
nice
shoes
ass
look nice.
Good shoes. How nice do they look though when your team is getting smacked by 51?
It still look nice.
They
It
still look nice.
made you forget about the ass.
But do they take
whooping,
away?
Like,
Do they look better if the team wins the game?
nah, this was like,
Still quality?
like you ever been to, like, it's probably in your league right now, right? You play softball? And
I did
then
not play softball. I coach Little League.
Little League softball, right?
Coach Jay. No softball.
What is it?
It's regular baseball.
Do they cut the score off?
Huh?
They cut the score. There's no score, right?
No, we have scoreboard.
Oh yeah, because usually when
Snack shack.
at a certain age when you getting the ass whooping that bad,
cut
we do
you
have mercy rules.
Just no
that.
score. Just erase the score and just y'all just go out there and play.
They do that in
They should
basketball.
have did
They do that
that.
in basketball.
They do that in basketball.
They should have did that last.
that.
0-0. I'm like, keep the shit up. They need to know they got their ass whooped.
Just
They
turn
need
the
to know
score,
what's
just
coming
turn the
for
score
them.
off and just let the time run because this is embarrassing.
51 piece.
51 in the playoff.
Yeah.
Josh said we'll never play like that again.
Of course not. I mean,
Get it to
49,
30. Get it to
49, he's
30
right.
next time.
You lose by 49, you right. If you didn't play like that.
That is improvement.
Elephant in the room.
What is the elephant in the room?
SGA walked into that hood, or they came into SGA hood, and SGA said, "Man, you ain't who I thought you was, Ja. Your ass is in here focused on celebrations and shit. Get your ass
Called him Demetrius.
wop, 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 wop.
Nah, fuck them up.
Huh? You're here focused on the wrong shit, throwing your words out there. Take this with you.
No grenades were
Take this with
thrown into the
you.
crowd in this game.
I ain't seen them not well now one grenade, did you?
No blickies pulled.
No blickies, no nothing, huh? You got to shoot rain, sleet, hail, and snow, my nigga. You can't just put that bitch up. I don't like it. I like the message SGA sent, though. You ain't nowhere near on my level.
So we'll talk about SGA. SGA entered the game with 72 straight 20-point games. Saw that streak snapped with his 15-point performance. But the flip side of that,
Wait, how's it snap?
for just straight games, obviously, as I pointed out,
Playoffs count as straight games?
if you including playoffs, but he will still have that streak heading into
Next
the
year.
regular season
Okay.
of next year. But just in terms of straight consecutive games, any game he's played. But what does the Thunder putting up a 51-point blowout with the likely MVP only scoring 15 points say about this team?
Damn, that's all you had.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't. their defense is what it ain't, the offensive part is, they do what they do, but defensively, they shut them motherfuckers down. Yeah. That's what they did, right? Nobody was comfortable out there when they caught the ball. Nobody was comfortable with open shots. I mean, it looked like real struggle basketball throughout. Like usually, a loss like this, somebody plays well. Somebody had a good game, and nobody was playing well, right? It's like they keyed on, they read their playbook like the back of their hands, basically what they were doing.
They just play hard. I think they just scramble, and I think the coach said, "Listen, guys, we got extra bodies. Play hard tonight. Scramble. Let's make them work for every fucking thing. Let's get each other. Hey, have your teammates back, man.
Yeah, they're a college team.
They're a college team, man. Help the helper, close out, second effort. Man, get back on defense. Everybody box out. Hey, SGA, don't nobody leak out. 5 people to rebound. See,
crazy.
y'all got to understand basketball for real. Like, this shit is really real.
Yeah.
Like, basketball is real. It still exists. Motherfuckers still do play. And the college basketball young teams are starting to scramble. Denver was the last team that played suitable NBA basketball the last maybe 3 years. Then you got the Warriors when they had their run. We was praising the way they played, pass the ball. But I think the Thunder right now is probably be that team that's giving us, this is how you play basketball. This is how you play basketball.
Like they in sync, man. Like they happy to play for each other.
Yeah.
Like they're a real team, though.
No, Memphis is gonna have to change their lineup.
Yeah.
Right, the idea.
Who they got in the lineup right now?
They got 3 small guards, right? With Ja being the biggest one out of the 3. John Bain and Pip Jr.
He's in the lineup?
Like that's their main core guards.
As far as just their rotation, they're way too small.
You're literally gonna have to put in. I mean, Beasley. Bagley. Right. He came in, played 60 minutes, 8 for 8. Right.
Jaren Jackson.
You might have to just go, big squad on them. Put one of them at the 3 and see if you can try to shake it up, pick and rolls. Try to keep from playing all 3 guards at the same time because OKC, their 2 guards is bigger. Like Shea's bigger than all 3 guards combined. Lou Dort is probably the same height, but he's stronger than all the guards. So you don't have no advantage with that. You might have to put Bagley in and play bigger and see if you can get some advantages over there. You might have to use Edie here.
Got Alabama as well.
This pick and roll, throw it up to him. You might have to do that in this series.
You see the matchup. You see the matchup with Chet and Hartenstein matching up with Edie and Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson Jr. gave you 4 points, 3 rebounds.
Yeah.
Excuse me? Marvin Bagley came out there and gave you what?
17 and 5, 8 for 8.
And we got 2 guys on the same team, right? And I'm the coach. And the other guy he left because he might have seen that Bagley was busting this nigga's head open every time they matched and just wasn't playing him because he's the all-star. Mm-hmm. Now this boy Bagley like, hey, coach might actually let me get a little run now so I can show these people I can still play. But 3 rebounds as an all-star is just... it's insane.
Crazy.
It's insane. Kendrick Perkins said it. Say man might be the most overrated big in the league. He can shoot the 3. Jaren Jackson, but he plays questionable
basketball,
defensive rebounding, questionable defense. Like, bro, what are we doing? Y'all got dominated by 50 points. You have 4 points, 3 boards. Hitting the mouth. If you don't come out, you got to have, like, come on, bro. It's unacceptable.
Could the Grizzlies benefit from some veteran coaching in a situation like that?
It don't matter who's coaching.
It don't matter?
You can't play 3 players that's 6'3", 6'4", 6'2". I don't know how tall Bane is.
I about Marvin Bagley.
I don't know how tall Bane is, but he's compact, right? And, you're talking about the guards you're playing against. They play rough
listed
basketball.
at 6'5".
So, but he don't play 6'5". Right, so the fact that Lou Dort plays all of 6'8", 6'9", right? That's the difference here. So the fact that that's your matchup, you might want to offset that by you might have to bring Pip Jr. off the bench
Go bigger, you think?
and go bigger, right? And see, because Bagley is a post player.
You got Bagley, you got Aldama, you got,
You know what I'm saying? But Bagley is a post player. Now, who has to guard him? Jalen Williams, Dort. Like, now you offset their lineup and.
But what's the identity?
Right.
What is Memphis? Because
Grit and
Ja
grind.
is not the center point.
Nah, they don't make that.
And you're not saying Edie not the center point. So who the fuck are the Memphis Grizzlies right now?
Grinded out basketball. Like,
It looked nasty because they looked like they didn't have nothing to go to be like, hey, let's cut this water off. Let's go here. Let's cut this shit off right now. We got to go here. Let's just cut the water off. They ain't have none of that.
Man.
You would think Edie big enough to just throw on the ball, kill the momentum, Edie dunk on somebody. Hell no. Hell no. He ain't ready at all yet.
Up until that point, Memphis was playing okay basketball. Like the game versus the Warriors, that was a good game.
yeah, that makes sense.
But OKC is good. Let's stop acting like they not number one. They 13 games ahead of everybody for a reason.
But did Memphis lay down or not?
At some point you had to. You just say, man,
50?
live to live, see another day.
50?
But
If you down 30 something, like
But the problem is it's you have 3 guards that are little, but Pippen Jr. is a point guard that's not playing the point guard, right? He is a point guard that gets everybody involved, but that's not the position he's playing here because Ja has the ball. Then you have Bane as the catch and shoot guy who kind of plays like the point guard. So you have 3 guys like kind of doing the same thing when you don't need that.
You see the shooting percentages for Bane when he's running the offense, this new shit, he's 3 for 12.
Yeah, he's not.
He ain't consistently accurate, so it looks nasty for sure.
It's just like they're running the offense. It's like they're doing a 3-guard system because these 3 guards are kind of like our best players in a sense. They're the ones we can trust on, but you're playing against the number 1 team that they're bigger at that same position. They're going to overpower you. They're going to push you off that spot. Like that team got some dogs in them, right? SGA plays both sides of the court, right? You have Lou Dort. That motherfucker just plays defense. Right, that's what he do.
Buckets.
You know what I mean? But he gets, but what he is there for to be a hound.
Yeah.
So now you got your top 2 point guards or your top 2 guards on the other end that are just going to overpower you and play. Your guards is little at that same position, so they're not going to get the shit that they normally get. And then you don't have an inside-outside game. So if you're going to be doing pick and rolls, you better be doing pick and rolls and trying to get Edie the ball to see if you can open up this game for yourself.
And you can stretch the floor OKC with Chet taking Edie out of the paint, taking Jaren Jackson Jr. out of the paint.
When did they start Pippen?
For a foul. For a minute, though. And the fact that you got Jaren Jackson shooting threes the whole time and he ain't really getting off like that, it kind of like...
Who was that 3?
Aldama.
Who?
The
yeah, okay. So
Yeah, 7 foot.
I was like, I don't remember Pippen starting like that. So Ja, Pippen,
Ja 6'2", Bane 6'5",
Jalen
Thibs
Wells
6'1".
Suffered the season in the injury. So
And what's up with G.G. Jackson? He ain't been in?
it's been
Like, Jaren Jackson plays like he's literally a big guard. Play that motherfucker like a big guard. Put him at the 3.
He played like
Jackson is funny.
Put his ass.
G.G. Jackson.
Turner,
I'm like, who the fuck is G.G.?
Indiana.
who?
Big man,
Miles Turner?
Miles Turner. That's what he played like.
Yeah, him and Miles like the
Jaren
same
Jackson.
type of
Pick
big.
him up. That's what I said. I'll put his ass at the 3. Bagley play the 4.
Let him shoot threes. They just won't shoot 3. They don't rebound.
3 rebounds in the game.
Because he don't rebound. Like,
Yeah. Edie really the only one, but even Edie be getting pushed around.
Yeah, and that's supposed to be the trade-off. If they're going to push me around, go get the board, bro.
Yeah, I don't mind. Listen, I don't mind. Like, this is where...
G.G. Jackson be available for game 2, wasn't available game 1, personal reason.
Yeah. His name is shit.
His name is G.G. It's G.G.
No, it's not.
G.G. Jackson.
It's G.G. Jackson, dog. You got J.J.J. You got G.G. You got J.J.
Wait, which one?
G.G. and J.J. G.G. was a second rounder pick last year. He got popping last year.
Had some big games last year, young.
This year he got
With the dreads and all that?
He started off hurt this year.
Yeah.
The big man, right?
Played drums in the
It's
church.
like a 3.
Like a 3.
3, they put him at the 4 as these. it's a weird position for him too.
I thought you were talking about Jared.
Nah. GG.
GG Jackson.
Yeah, did not play game 1.
Yeah, so, hopefully he can
Personal
change it, but,
means mind your business. Don't ask me. Shit. All right, well, talked about some playoff teams. Let's talk about a team that is not in the playoffs. So Mavericks GM Nico Harrison held his end-of-season press conference, and as always, the subject of Luka Doncic came up, current Laker Luka Doncic, a.k.a. Slovenian Jesus. Here's what Nico said about Luka's popularity.
I did know that Luka was important to the fan base. I didn't quite know it to what level, but really the way we looked at it is, if you're putting a team on the floor that's Kyrie, Clay, PJ, Anthony Davis, and Lively, we feel that's a championship caliber team, and we would have been winning at a high level, and that would have quieted some of the outrage. And so unfortunately we weren't able to do that, so it just continued to, go on and on.
He looked like a Disney villain.
All right.
But in real life. So in case you missed that, Nico said, I did know Luka was important to the fan base. I didn't know quite to this level. Are you buying that Nico underestimated Luka's popularity in Dallas?
Hell no.
I mean, I knew y'all liked him, but not like that.
Hell no. Nico needs to just shut the fuck up.
He can't shut the fuck up. He got caught. That motherfucker had an earpiece in.
Shut the fuck up.
That's a robot, dog. That's a robot. It sounded like he was crying. He was crying inside the whole
You ever
time.
seen Get Out? Get Out right there.
Sunken place?
Just in a sunken place.
I didn't know he was that important to the team, and we feel that
The owner just.
You said we? Yeah, we feel.
The team.
We felt that he was. He was. We didn't know that he was that important to us.
I mean, did also say
just burp the baby.
you got a team with AD, Kyrie, and all those guys healthy. Yeah, it's a different looking squad.
It was winning. Yeah, we'll be short. Some of this,
wouldn't happen. But
help.
Say it.
Say it right. Say it right.
Read
the words. Read the words.
Read the quotes like I tell you to.
Rob,
Mama used to do. You want to read it? Say it right.
Rob,
you said it in class.
Rob, you said it. Help.
yeah, right?
Can I get my promotion? You went upstairs, right? You're the president of operations. I'm going to be the general manager. I think he's like, can y'all just fire me already so I can go to the team that...
So, I mean, I guess the bigger question is, they make him hold this closed door meeting with the CEO, Rick Wilson.
It was practice.
But I'm saying with just the Dallas media, when he already got to do his exit interview.
Practice.
But what do you need to practice for? He's going to
It
get
was
packed
practice
up.
to make sure you got the verbiage right for the rest of the world.
Stand-up comedian going and doing a bunch of spots, getting ready for the special.
Wait. He did another meeting?
Prior to this, he did a closed-door meeting with select Dallas media, no cameras, no audio recording devices.
So he did a practice.
It was a practice to make sure you got the words right.
You can say the words like I tell you to.
They can't treat a human being like that.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
I pay you. You're going to practice first. Make sure you got this shit right. I'm going to... All right.
Now get out there, boy, and do it. Get out there, boy. That's fucked up.
Gil, as you pointed out, so according to reports...
Think about that. He just, nah.
Boy, look like he lost a lot of weight. It look like he in shape to play.
Master told me.
That Grozempic.
Why you have a secret session here and then go to the world? That was just training.
How many secret sessions?
That was training camp.
He was workshopping. his quotes.
Secret sessions he having?
But according to reports...
ChatGPT, can you tell me a nice sort of speech I can rehearse that's for the public? Yes, I will. Nico.
So, Gil, as you pointed out, according to reports, Nico did not want to do that closed-door session with Dallas media. Was pressured by ownership. You've maintained that he wasn't the one that actually made this move to begin with. He's just the scapegoat and the fall guy for it.
He said, you heard it started off, I didn't know, to then it became a we thing. You telling me he didn't know how important Luka was when they've been doing chants all through last season. MVP chants. I mean, I don't even know what goddamn flag they had in the building this year, because last year it was the Slovenian one.
Shout out to Slovenia. Great,
Yeah, it was
great
also.
country.
Hey, listen, I don't even know if anybody ever seen the national anthem in the arena, because I know whatever they were saying, it had to do with Luka and Luka only.
my God.
So trust me, he knew how important Luka was. The new owners didn't know how important Luka was.
And do we think that's what it is, or did they know how important Luka was? They just
No, they
didn't
didn't
want
give
to
a
cut.
fuck.
They just didn't want to cut the check.
No, they didn't give a fuck. It had nothing to do with no check.
He didn't want.
He didn't bend the knee.
I told you, get your ass in there.
I told them, they was like, hey, Luka, you better touch this ground and stop worshiping that man and worship us like you supposed to worship. Cuban ain't hitting him up.
Mark Cuban's on Shark Tank, though.
Luka was like, yeah, the way these knees work, I don't bend for no American.
Are you ever gonna pay him? I pay the country boys nothing. I'm paying them. They go and keep that back door, but like I said.
All right, Luka came from the old country. They said this woman told me to do what? In my country,
I ain't never gonna pay Luka like
around here.
Never gonna pay Luka.
We drink beers and we give out 39 and 9. You tell that woman,
I go and keep that back door.
It don't feel right.
No, think about
none of this has.
You know what don't feel right? It's the fact that Jason Kidd has to sign off on this.
No.
But does he?
No.
Because what's been further research has told me that the owners didn't go to Nico with this. So they have been blindsided with the fact that they gave him the clearance to do what he needed to do, but why would you want to do it?
Well, as Nico repeatedly said, defense wins championships.
Exactly.
Was his rallying.
So all of these little trickle-down effects even go back to the Michael Finley, take this shit out your hand.
Don't take another man.
All right,
here.
so who is Michael Finley sitting next to? All right, Mike and Nico is having these conversations. Like, he just won't fucking listen, man. What the fuck is we doing, man? We need to, because he won't listen. And so then the owners got to take the shot, because they knew. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what the relationships is going. Mike and them have some shit going on with this whole situation.
Don't take Luka's beer.
Don't take his beer. Don't call him fat. Don't say he not playing defense.
And have his lemonade ready to go with his barbecue.
And you see everybody still got their job. After the second best player in the NBA got traded, nobody got fired.
Yeah.
Everybody still got their shit. So something had to have gone right here. Something had to have gone right for everybody to still just be like, all right, on with the show.
Still employed.
On with the show.
There's only a couple people that's gonna take a beating like Nico. You can't hire some people like, you do what I tell you and do it how I tell
He
you.
worked with Nike and Kobe and them. They been walking on him and walking all over him for years.
That's what I'm saying.
Nico, come over here
Hey,
and
man,
open this door. Come open this door.
It comes a point in time in a man's life.
I can't take this shit no more.
Listen, man, I don't want to have no private meeting. No, you gonna get your ass.
Get your ass out there at this private
You
meeting.
go in there like I told you.
You want to
You
get
probably walking in down like, man.
Toby,
I wanna
man.
do this
Toby
shit.
today. I'm Toby today. It was Kunta last night,
You are
though.
no longer.
It was Kunta last night. Toby today.
Hey,
Take that half of your
The signs, the signs has been on the wall. I mean, obviously, if Nico did this by himself and went rogue, he would have been fired.
Yeah,
Facts.
Right? It was a personal decision. It was personal, and and the people felt that they didn't have no control over the guy that they thought was supposed to be the franchise.
Slovenian Jesus, as he's known.
And that's the problem. What you calling him, Jesus? And
Slovenian Jesus.
if you spend how much money did they spend?
On what?
How much did they spend on that team?
Oh, let me.
Oh, the new owners?
Yeah, how much did they spend?
2.3.
How much billion? They ain't no Jesus if I spend 2-something billion.
Hold on.
how they treated Nico.
$3.5 billion.
3 point. How they're treating
Cuban
Nico.
sold his majority stake for $3.5 billion. So basically, how it broke down was he sold the majority stake, still had ownership in the team, but lost the control of all basketball decisions.
What was he at? He was at full control.
I think he was 100. No, I don't want to say 100, but very high up there.
Yeah, when I spend $3.5 billion, I'm Jesus. And how Nico was acting, that's how Luka was supposed to act.
Yeah, and so Cuban still has 27% of the club.
I tell
think
your
they
ass,
got over
jump,
50.
motherfucker, you jump. And Luka couldn't jump that high. So it was like, all right, you're going to get the fuck on out of here. We're going to bring in somebody else.
No, Luka kind of like, I ain't been jumping.
I ain't been jumping.
What you mean jump?
Oh, this boy got too much mouth.
He got too much mouth on him.
In the big head, he got too much mouth.
You got a lot of belly and a lot of mouth, boy. You got more belly than you do mouth. I don't like this shit he talking to me.
Now think about it. When the season was going on, Nico wasn't talking.
He wasn't.
The season over with, they was like, hey, boy. Nico,
Yeah, boy. Go ahead and pick these hedges. Go ahead and trim these hedges. Come on.
Hey, Nico looking at his phone like, inspired me already. Damn. Shit, the Lakers job just opened up.
Motherfucker beat me down to my socks. Motherfucker beat me down to my socks.
Kill me already. Kill me already.
Oh,
I got another job waiting. Like, people didn't realize that. Y'all see, the last general manager for the Lakers got a promotion, promoted himself to a whole nother position. Nico in there like, just fire me. God damn.
They got Nico working at the Quint Dickey.
Let me go back with Luka.
That owner like, man, fuck that punk ass watch.
I'm not letting you go back to
Punk
Luka.
ass watch.
Where's my daddy?
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to say
My daddy
Go ahead. Say it one
my
more
daddy
time.
watch.
One more time.
That's gonna be the funniest shit ever when they decide to try to fire Nico and he go back
He'll
with
come like
Luka.
a free man. Happy.
He gonna run to Luka. I'm sorry.
We all
They
free.
made me do it.
Miss O'Candy. Miss O'Candy. Don't kill Miss O'Candy. Candyland.
So,
Motherfucker out there
we
straight
gonna send him to the Quint Dickey.
The Quint Dickey. That's what we're going to send you.
I've
Can't
never
be worse than that. It can't be worse than that.
I'm telling you,
That's
man.
crazy. Listen,
You know
I know,
that nigga.
I know Jason can't turn his phone off.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, he might be out there like that.
Kid ain't heard. We ain't heard
Sit in the
shit.
press conference. You had to sit there with this nigga and say, go ahead, man.
That motherfucker in there like. So who are we supposed to be playing?
Changing my shit to T-Mobile right after this.
So keeping this conversation going.
Welcome to T-Mobile. Good night.
So there's been a lot of public pressure from Mavs fans calling for Nico's job, and one local reporter asked Nico to defend himself from those claims.
When Luka comes back to town, the Lakers game's happening, and you're standing there, and there's thousands of people chanting for you to be fired. That's an experience that none of us, no one's chanting for for us to lose our jobs. Why shouldn't you be fired?
Well, one, I think I've done a really good job here, and I don't think I can be judged by the injuries this year. You have to judge from totality, from beginning to end. And so I think I have a really good working relationship with Patrick. I think you add in Rick, the leadership that we have is really elite. And you'll see next year when our team comes back, we're going to be competing for a championship.
Saddest shit I ever seen. It's the saddest shit I ever seen.
Damn, like you just cheated on your wife and you got to read.
He like smoke trying to roll a cigarette.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody who saw Sinners this weekend.
It's a long-term investment, man. Yeah.
Can't roll his own cigarette.
Why should you be fired?
Yeah, long-term. She's a 5 now, but we're going to work with her. She's going to be an 8 by the end.
And I'm gonna be honest,
telling you.
like watching, I feel
bad because
I feel bad for
I
you.
wish he just came by and said, I can't be fired because it was them motherfuckers up there, so they can't fire me. Now, be like, have some
It's over, man.
You got to do what you got to do, man. But I know Jay Kidd. Jay Kidd laughed because he already knew what he got traded for. They said, we traded for who? Huh? Yeah, I had him for 2 years. Okay, woo! Hey, I'm officially not going to be saying anything in these meetings no more. You gave me back what I just left? Okay.
I honestly think Jason Kidd didn't like that style of basketball.
You think Jason Kidd was cool?
I honestly think that.
Yeah, he said, yeah.
Even though he can praise him being a great player, that's great. I got a great player on my team, but I do not like the way he plays.
You see, he ain't said nothing.
Those two things could be true.
No, I do not like the way, and then you can't control that. You can't, because you got Mark in your ear saying, "Shut the fuck up." He do what he want. Let him do what he want. And it's like, bro, you're not gonna win.
Complaining about his defense and shit, but you still don't let Luka go though.
They did not sign off on it.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You could complain and all, but
can you make it better though? If you keep him, how are you gonna make it better? That's the question. Because the Lakers are gonna have to make it better if they want to win.
We will.
So, last but not least, in terms of this Nico situation, as Nico tried to walk out of his press conference, this happened.
Trying to walk out? Hey.
Oh no.
Fuck, got fired.
Now you can't leave. Go talk some more. Go talk some more.
Go leave that back door, bro. That's what he's trying to say.
Oh no, we got some more questions.
Go leave that back door, man.
We got some more questions for you, man. Where you going?
No, you
we did not say cut, bro.
This
We did not say cut, bro. Bring your little ass on back over here.
Movie shit for Nico. Nico got a movie right here.
It's a documentary.
This is a documentary for
It's
sure.
one of them Lifetime originals.
Lakers fans very thankful for Nico Harrison, but yeah, it's hard not to watch this whole situation.
And not be sad.
The fact that they were still recording already let you know.
Right?
They waiting for the fall or some shit.
Keep the camera on him. We gonna lock his ass out.
Oh,
That nigga said, fuck.
We need the fans.
he didn't want to turn around.
Right, he said fuck, right?
Can we play it again, please, Paolo, if you don't
It
mind?
sounded like he said it.
Like, man, like what more could happen to me?
Oh no. Fuck y'all. That didn't sound like he said fuck y'all.
Oh no? Oh no. Wait, was that the cameraman or him?
I think it was the cameraman. That's what it sounded like.
Nah, he's stuck.
Hell no, trash ass man.
That's a man. Like, what more could happen? Like, God, you can't do me like this.
I can't do no more.
You should have.
What I gotta do, man? What I gotta do?
So our producer's saying it was oh no, but
Yeah,
look,
but it was
we could push narratives here.
no. So
He
it was,
said
oh
fuck
no, but that was from the.
it was from a
that's from the
reporter.
cameraman.
Oh no, lock this ass out. Oh no, it's
I think they were reacting to that particular moment with the door being locked. How much
that's
worse
the
could it
funny
get?
part.
like, oh,
This
no.
is just.
Nico, we're praying for you. All right, we
got a
appreciate
job for you.
We have a job.
We do. We got a job. We looking for a general manager now.
Can we get a cardboard cutout of Nico next to Scott?
And right now, you should get GM of the year. You did give Luka to the Lakers, so if you come here, trust me, you're gonna get cheered.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Thank you, Nico.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's keep it moving. We got one last topic before we get to MostlyFans. So, according to multiple reports, Damian Lillard will make his return to the court tonight in Game 2 for the Bucks as they try to even up the series with the Pacers after their 19-point loss in Game 1. Lillard has been out since March 18th with a blood clot in his calf. He participated in his first full practice last Thursday, has been given the clearance to play. But let's go back to a moment from Game 1 when Dame did not play, was in street clothes on the Bucks sideline, got into a situation with Tyrese Halliburton.
Back here at Gamers Fieldhouse.
Here it is. Oh.
Should be late. Damian Lillard and Tyrese Halliburton.
So Tyrese, we gonna see. He's gonna beat your ass.
And nigga got on goggles out. Come on.
Man, not with them pants on, Dan. You not.
So they were chirping at each other Game 1. Lillard threatening to engage in some unruly fisticuffs with Halliburton, according to our expert lip reading team.
Halliburton said, "What the black clock?" And then
So Dame been itching to get out there.
Let's get it cracking tonight. Ooh, how much you got?
Dame been itching to get back on the
It's
court.
gonna be fun.
Bucks could definitely use his services
Playoff.
for the rest of the series. What's your expectation for Dame in his return tonight in Game 2 against the Pacers?
I got 20.
Shad, I said you took the
20
higher,
plus.
17.5 points. You
Dame.
said 40.
20 plus.
Dame Lillard is on the hot seat.
Hot seat.
He got to perform.
With the blood clot?
With or without it.
With the blood clot.
Wanna rumble with the B, huh? yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah. It's the feature and the non-feature.
bad.
Which one you prefer? I like the feature, okay? So yeah, Dame need to fucking
He got to.
He got to, bro. And it's like even if it affects him a little bit,
You got people with gargles trying to.
yo, they at him. They looking at him, and then he wore the pants. Like you can't wear the pants and then talk shit and then not show up. So you gotta show up so you can wear the pants again. You know what I'm saying? Because they probably comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Even though they don't reach your ankles, wear them shits when you 25 or better. 25 or better. Tyrese Halliburton got to go. He got to go prepare for me now.
Yeah.
I like that energy. Show up, Dame, for sure.
Dame about to, yeah. Something, shit. Fight or score. Either one of those. You got to do one of the two.
Fight or
You got to fight or score. You can't go out there and get your ass whipped there.
Fuck nah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You go out there, y'all lose again by that. Yeah.
He got them them young cats gonna be at his dome too.
Yeah.
Catherine, Neemhart, is that his name? Namhart.
Nembhard.
Yeah, all them, they going at him.
Because
He
on
gonna show
paper,
up.
if
He'll
Bucks
show up.
supposed to be whipping their ass on paper. You got
Kuzma gotta play.
McCullough.
Kuzma had a Snell game in Game 1.
Like, what are you?
You hear what Doc said
What are
though?
you doing when you out there?
Did you see what Doc said though?
Nah.
Doc basically was like, we gotta give him the ball. He's out there, he's a good player. We gotta get him involved.
So Doc said it's hard to score when you don't touch the ball. Kuz can play, but we got to involve him, and we got to make sure we keep him involved.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, he can go get it too, right? It's called the glass, right? Because I think he didn't do that either.
No, he no rebounds.
Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, at 6'10", what are you doing out there? Like, you know how hard it is not to get a rebound? Like, you have to consciously
Don't try to get
like, you got to consciously just be out there.
You gotta be off it. You gotta be like, I'm off this. Like, because you can run into a rebound.
You can run into it, just accidentally just be under the basket.
Got it.
You got to be challenging all jump shots.
You get an assist on a swing, bro. It's swing, and make it. It's assist.
I don't know. Because they don't teach that runs to the corner shit.
You right?
Yeah. No more.
I took Dame.
Yeah, you gotta take Dame, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bobby Portis might have a good game tonight, though.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna sleep on Bobby. Brooke, not to show up as usual.
I don't know. I thought it was going to be a good game the way Porter came out dunking on them. I said, damn, off the first play. That's gonna motherfucker. You might go back to Nico.
Yeah.
I knew it.
I'm just trying to figure out, like is this the first time that after the season, general managers are still having conversations with the media?
Well, they do, like Daryl Morey did one recently. They do exit interviews at the conclusion of the season.
Nah, bro.
Because the season was over last week.
Okay, they needed time.
Nah, we can conclude it last
to break
week.
him accordingly.
All right, okay. When did Morey do his?
I think he did his
last week.
Yeah, right before.
Last week.
But the Sixers were not making the playoffs.
They didn't make the playoffs either.
They made the postseason though, Gil. We're in the play-in.
I have some breaking news. I've been asking ChatGPT about the Lakers and if they're gonna win this fucking series or not.
You know we only respect one AI's opinion on this couch, but
unfortunately it's telling me Lakers in 6.
Did it trouble your heart to say that?
No, because I said I agree.
You agree? Nah, Sharpe, we don't want you to agree though.
I know.
And you're wearing the LeBron jersey to jinx us.
No, I'm not jinxing.
You threw all your LeBron jerseys away, but kept the high school.
Coming clean. I'm a man full of love and compassion. I believe you guys can do it. In 6, not 3.
We don't.
Okay?
No,
not Lakers in 3.
Lakers in 3.
But Lakers in 6, okay?
We interpreted that as 3 more.
I believe the children are the future.
Slovenia Jesus. Now you're trying to jinx us.
No, man.
Not falling for those tricks.
I believe. We believe.
You threw away all your LeBron's Laker merchandise. Every time you worn a LeBron jersey in a playback watch party, they have not performed well.
I'm just saying, man, I ain't going to be on there today, and it's Irish Day. You know what I'm saying?
We do need the luck of the Irish.
Mm-hmm. If he played like he was wearing this jersey, if he played like this guy.
When he wore younger man's clothes.
Woo, shit. That's back when I was a fan. Yeah. Boy, you got to go turn the clock back. Boy, I swear. I can put the cookies back if you start playing like this little nigga.
Return the cookies to the jar.
Man, ain't no way in hell we gonna lose today.
Shit.
I'll put the house on the motherfucker today.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm going to get a New Jersey right after this.
Girl, you doing?
Vando. Vando. It's a Vando jersey.
Girl, you doing a best ball draft right now?
Yeah.
On the Underdog app, which if you haven't downloaded already, you can and use promo code Gilly, get $1,000 in bonus cash.
Vando was playing well, though. I ain't gonna lie. He was playing well, yeah.
Who?
Vando. He was playing well last game. Even though he should have dunked that one layup when he missed and got hurt.
But quickly, back to that, you think the Bucks even up the series? And they gotta stop putting them on NBA TV, man. Come on.
They need to.
What do you mean?
Nobody watching that shit, man.
They can't get a TNT game shot. Come on, man. Giannis.
It's the color schemes.
Yeah.
that dark green and yellow with pinstripes.
That's relegation.
In the cornfield. Y'all motherfuckers playing in cornfields.
We got your shit starting 30 minutes before the main event.
NBA
Can't watch but one quarter.
Yeah, I feel bad for him.
They should have played last night at midnight.
Yeah, for sure. This morning.
This morning. They gonna play now.
That's like the Cavs too, huh?
The Cavs too.
The Cavs. Cavs, Orlando. Boston. Who Boston playing?
The Orlando Magic.
Oh, who Cavs playing?
Cavs are playing the Heat. They are also relegated to NBA TV. Unfortunately, their game.
Nasty game.
No,
they in the West right now.
No, it's crazy how they do the good
But they get mad at us on the show. Oh, y'all don't talk enough Cavs. Y'all don't talk enough whatever. And it's like, look at what they're doing to them in the schedule. The Cavs literally play
when do the Cavs
4:30 Pacific tomorrow, but there's a game that starts at 4 on TNT and a game that starts at 6:30 on TNT.
Yeah, get
so
shit
Magic Celtics get the 4 o'clock slot on TNT.
4 o'clock.
Warriors Rockets
on what? On what?
On TNT. And Warriors Rockets also
in the
TNT.
middle of traffic type.
So the middle,
like that shit is nasty.
We can
hear that motherfucker on radio.
Hey, you gotta listen to the shit. You can't even watch the game, man.
But y'all mad at us.
They be like, yeah, Donovan has 75 tonight. Anyways, the Rockets and the Golden State.
Oh my God.
Steph had a cool 7 points.
Man.
It was exciting.
Man, best 7 points I ever seen.
They be wondering why motherfuckers don't want to do shit for the NBA.
But y'all get mad at us.
75 points and y'all just, it was a cliff note. They just ran under.
It was a fucking cliff note.
Y'all get mad at us, and you see how they do these things.
Up on the
We
TV.
were talking about Nico before.
We talk about Nico more. We talk about I got that.
It was like why you don't
TV?
why you don't talk about the Cavs? And niggas like, when did they play? They played last night.
It was on NBA TV.
Won by 100.
I don't talk about my calves. What you talk about? I don't got no calves. You talking about my calves? You talking about my calf muscles?
That's not right, man.
No, even Boston played. No one gave a fuck. But
that's not right.
Orlando, that's why it's like, yeah, man.
That's not right. Cavs are
like
number one team in the
dog,
league.
like
you get sandwiched in between the
top
Celtics
two
Magic
teams.
game.
The top 2 teams played, and no one even talked.
But Thunder Grizzlies at least get the TNT early game tonight.
Huh?
That's just all right. But y'all mad at us.
That's
we did
crazy though. Like
they said we're gonna put you on NBA TV.
Shouldn't you force it? Like you should put it on TNT.
Yes.
Put it on TNT.
That Cleveland Miami game is just nasty. You have to make people watch it. You force feed them.
Hey, just give it to TNT.
Force feed them. You can't be doing this. Now you
it's on the main shit.
Eat this.
Cleveland next round will be good.
Chuck and Shaq have to talk about it.
Next round will be better.
No, next round will be great.
But that's why they gotta wait for.
Gotta wait for next round for
We're
Cleveland.
the number one team in the East.
Another week.
And y'all got us on NBA
The
TV.
fact that that's the point, they gonna 4-0. It's gonna be
Who
4-0.
they play?
Cleveland 4-0 in there.
Who they play? Milwaukee or
Is the winner?
Indiana?
Yep.
Or the two.
Yeah, the winner of
Detroit. That's the winner of
If they
Detroit.
play Indiana, we'll wait till the next.
Shit.
The winner of Pacers Bucks.
They gonna start. Cleveland gonna have to play it back to back. Today, tomorrow, and then play Thursday. Get this series over with, man. Y'all just rest.
Give them the baseball schedule.
They play them on New
Y'all
York.
just rest, man. Yeah, we ain't doing y'all right.
Not much better prospects for Cavs Pacers or second round. Cavs Bucks may get.
Yeah, Cavs Bucks is better.
But they always do the Bucks.
So that's the only matchup.
So it's Pacers. Whoever wins Pacers Bucks series will face the Cavs in the second round.
Damn.
Look how unexcited y'all. See, but y'all mad at us.
Like I'd rather
New York, Boston to be good.
No,
though.
that's what it should be. Cavs Boston.
Yeah, that's what it should be.
It should be Cavs Boston. That's a matchup you want to watch.
Well, if they get to
that's guard play.
They get to the conference finals. That's what it will be.
I mean, for a second round.
Yeah,
Giannis. Look, Giannis Giannis for Boston. That's a good matchup.
And Cleveland, New York.
And Cleveland, New York. That's a good.
Those are good too.
Those are good too.
Like if you want ratings to be good, if you're talking about TV ratings, Cavs versus New York, that's great. Boston versus Milwaukee, that's great all across the East. But the fact that you're gonna have if Cleveland plays Indiana, that's just gonna be a series they don't watch.
And again, fans,
that's the fucked up part.
Y'all are getting mad at us, but we're not the ones who made the schedule.
Yeah, that's
If they were on TNT, we would watch it.
Just Indiana, like
just saying it.
It's hard to navigate.
I want
NBA
you
TV.
put Caitlin Clark on that motherfucking team. I'll roll with it. You goddamn put Caitlin out there. I'll go show up and watch it. No Caitlin.
Trump, shit.
Nuh-uh.
Well,
shout out to Caitlin Clark.
I got her.
Can't wait. 13
heard that.
I heard what you said.
Let's go, Caitlin.
As long as you,
I heard what you said.
ain't nothing good in Indiana, but yeah.
Huh? It's not what?
I say ain't nothing good in Indiana but Trump. Shit.
Trump?
Yeah.
Man, they literally
You ain't never been to
They
Indiana.
literally put them in the middle.
You ain't never been to Indiana.
That's what I'm saying. They did the Cavs dirty.
You don't remember he got game what college he went to where he had them two girls in the bed? He was in Indiana, boy.
No, was.
Indiana.
You know who Trump I'm talking about.
You don't know what
Barron Trump? Who?
No.
Who?
The most important one.
The most.
Who?
The best actor.
Oh, I mean, they game 3 Saturdays at 10 a.m.
Not Donald, it's T. Trump.
T. Trump.
Not Donald. Think of a T. Trump. T.
A very successful actor.
Yeah.
Oh, that Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's a whole different vibe.
Yeah.
Man. She don't answer none of the DMs.
No DM responding?
That's Indiana.
Yeah, you leading with hello.
I am.
Yeah,
you can't leave with hello.
But I leave with the money bag too.
No, it has to be a number. It has to be the cash. And then
screenshot.
It should be 3 to 4.
3 bags. The bags
no.
separate. That should be the number.
No, it should be like the money sign as 1, and then like if it's under 10K, it should be 9 and then K. If it's over that, then it's supposed to be like 10-0K.
I just
so
do
3 to 4.
Money bag represent the K's. I'll give you 10 money bags.
Nah, they say you fucking around.
You got to count them, baby.
Fucking around.
They don't count.
They got to see the number.
Sometimes I give them 7.
You know, like when you get to work, like
sometimes I give them 6.
I can't leave it. I can't do a number.
Then they go get like, I can't leave to work if it's under 5K. So they got to see the number. The money bag,
can't leave work under?
You playing.
Man, you don't even work at no.
Do you haggle?
Yeah,
Is there
not that much
negotiation?
for that. Nah,
hell no.
Performance bonuses?
Trust.
No. None of those things. Well, let's move on to
She ain't got
MostlyFans.
what I got. I ain't listening to her.
Presented by Underdog. Download the app. Use promo code GIL. Get $1,000 in bonus cash plus a special pick. And very productive day here in the arena. A lot was learned about basketball life. Nico Harrison. DMing
I used
work.
to look forward to Indiana. So,
Let's pray for Nico though, because
he might.
they took his soul. He might be a vampire now.
For sure. He out there sinning.
He out here sinning. First question. Underdog user Luke Bongley, not Luke Longley, Luke Bongley. What do you think of Ant-Man getting fined $50K for telling a Lakers fan, my dick is bigger than yours?
Bigger than yours. It was cold that night. Shit.
I don't want to get fined for saying it.
The way you said it was kind of reckless, though. That's the only thing.
Very reckless.
It was very reckless.
In
What did the
crowd,
Ant-Man,
in the
though.
crowd with kids and shit?
God, yeah.
What did the fans say for you to even get to that point?
I think he was talking about
to
Gilbert, yeah.
Talking about Gobert.
And he was like, he got 200 million, he got 300 million. And then it went
So he just injected himself.
And pointed out that he had more junk in the front than whoever the fan was he was talking to.
Which is even more weird.
Because how would he? It would have been weird if Gobert would be like, yeah, he do.
Why would I even?
I thought Gilbert.
It is.
Man,
You know who the
Gilbert
fan
did say
was?
that.
He had to be sitting next to a baddie.
I hope it wasn't Jacob Imrani for all my LA people out.
That man's sick. I love it. I love playoff Ant.
Accident or injury.
I love playoff Ant, though.
Huh? Probably the same
That
person.
was
Your
so
favorite
reckless.
show, yeah.
It was reckless, but I love playoff Ant.
That's too reckless.
Nah,
That's
fuck
the
it.
future face of the league. Like.
Yeah, you gotta be Ant. Fuck it.
Well, you got your little man, little Nick sitting there with you, man.
Hey, shit, you see how he did it? Say the same thing. Cause he how much money Ant got?
A lot.
A lot. And he paying bitches off one lump sum, nigga. That's the go to me.
A visionary.
Nigga, you could know how to pay a bitch off all at once.
What is the standard fine now? Is it the standard fine 50 grand? That's like
That gotta be. That's all I
It's
hear.
like that's all I hear. 50, 75. 50, damn.
50 for
50 is
saying
50.
my dick bigger than yours.
Was it worth it? Is that?
Nah, it wasn't worth it.
No,
He went a little too far, but yeah.
Ain't no fine worth 50,000.
Yeah. He went way too far. But
To
it's
talk to
Ant,
a
though.
fan, 50,000.
And no work is involved or nothing?
He was defending his homie, though. Think about
My
that. You gotta
homie ain't
think
worth
about it like that.
50,000.
Man, he done paid the. Come on, man.
And
You
he
gotta
not-
think.
Ja
who
got
we dealing with.
75 for
passing
the
me keys
imaginary.
either. He not passing me no work. Nigga, what you want?
Huh? I mean, he can afford it, but 50,000.
With some francs. Sake blue. Ja 75 for the imaginary finger guns.
Okay, so when the league fine you, do you have to write them a check?
Gil, that'd be a question you could probably answer for us. I've never been fined by the NBA. I can't even get credentialed for a basketball game.
But you can get it back, though, sometimes.
Oh, no.
You don't even really have to pay that motherfucker actually because it's not coming from the team. That's like you said, it's coming from the league. Remember, we get fined out of our checks because it's coming from
That's
the
what I'm
team.
saying. So does the league send the team a check and say,
doubt
hey, you
it.
need to pay this 50, 75?
Because it's not being issued from the team. It's being issued from the league.
I know, yeah. So
they
that means
just
they
take
must send it to the team, and the team must take it out your check.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't pay that shit.
Because you're gonna have to take out all of our checks, 5,000 from everybody.
It's
So
just
nobody
gonna be
else feel it.
It's gonna sit there.
Yeah, so nobody feel it. You know what I mean? You know what? How about this league? Give me my money on the 1st of October 1st, and then if they fine me, they got to come to me.
Yeah.
I'll pay you
Then
next
we
week.
can negotiate. Yeah.
Next week,
I
I'll pay you.
spent it.
So we have another underdog question from user Fatter Lever.
Fatter what?
That's back to back. Them two. Them
Luke
two good
Bongley,
ones.
Fatter Lever.
Them two good ones.
Good job to our producer for acknowledging quality underdog users. With the Hawks firing GM Landry Fields, is Trae Young more likely to be on the move? So Hawks fired their GM.
Shit, he was.
Trae Young.
Landry Fields.
That
Landry
explains everything.
Fields.
It explains everything.
Come on, man.
We should apply for jobs.
Yeah. 'Cause this is good.
I know what my team gonna look like.
Landry Fields.
Remember Landry Fields?
Yeah, I remember.
I don't know, do you?
I mean, I don't. I mean, you know, it's all. I mean, Trae Young is.
But
He's. I mean, his body of work says it all. I mean, you're Atlanta. You know, you have to build through just smart drafts and smart, signings in the summer, and you guys haven't. You know, you've traded pieces away. You haven't really put a piece that really complements.
was he there when they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals? When they
I don't.
Yeah, he was a
I don't
member of
know.
that team.
He was.
He was?
Landry Fields?
Yeah,
Or no, I don't
was
know.
he, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know
Was
Trey-
he what?
Was he the GM or whatever when they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals?
With Atlanta?
Yeah.
No, he was playing still.
Landry Fields?
Yeah.
Let me double
You
check.
Talking about with Jeff Teague and them?
No.
No, with Trey.
With Trey Young.
Maybe
in
they
New
beat
York.
New York and Philly and lost to the Bucks.
Oh,
yeah.
that time. Oh, yeah, I think so.
And then they
20.
got.
I didn't even know he was
Thursday.
the manager.
He was promoted to general manager of the Hawks in 2022.
That was it.
Oh yeah, that was.
Was it that year?
That was that year. I think.
Wait, after
No,
the
that was
season or
last
before?
year.
I
That
don't
was
know.
last
June of 2022 was when he was promoted to general manager.
When did they make it to the East?
I'm pulling it up right now for you, Gil.
But he was on the team already though.
Yeah, so that was they made that run in 2021.
Oh, so
So he got promoted.
who was
after
he
that.
got promoted after.
After, yeah.
Yeah.
They was happy. And then they went through some shit after.
Atlanta hasn't had anything since they drafted Trae Young.
They had what we call it, Murray.
Nothing.
But yeah, you got two small guards.
Well, he was an all-star in San Antonio. Right? They haven't had anybody that's been worthy of an all-star
That's what
other
I'm
than
saying.
him. So you move him
Yeah.
right away.
Yeah.
Move him. He has
But
no,
they got
there's
young
no
fellas
value
that's
there.
coming in though.
Huh?
Young fellas coming in.
No, they,
Who?
Daniels, but
Nah, he ain't.
They supposed to have made the playoffs though. That's why. They're supposed to beat Miami.
They're playing on.
I mean, then your number one pick, it's just not athletic. He's literally a shooting guard with no athleticism.
They're like Miami
Right,
with Jimmy Butler, with just Jimmy. They kind of
And
like
you
the
make
same.
that draft, yeah. You make that
It
pick.
is like
though, man. He picked
I
that.
just say
He
like
picked
you know
that.
he looks special, but it's like
But what
he
else
just
do
looks
you
like
pick?
he's gonna be just a regular two guard in the NBA.
What do you pick though? Who do you pick?
You gotta shake some shit up, bro.
At that position,
But you had the number three pick, right?
yeah, number one pick.
He was the number one pick.
There you
If I'm gonna get if I'm gonna go to shooting guard, I'm gonna get the goddamn 7-foot shooting guard. The Washington got.
Washington was number one pick.
Nah, they was number two.
So Risa Shea went number one. The
Damn.
Hawks, Sar went number 2 to the Wizards.
Yeah, that's probably.
If I'm Hawks, I'm
he
shaking
probably-
shit up, man.
He probably did great in ones by himself.
Yeah.
Probably looked good, solid. Back
But
door
nah,
by himself.
Landry seems like an overseas dude, man. Probably
I'm
just
picking up somebody.
picking best available. Pick the best available. That's what I was hearing all the time.
Yeah.
We just picked the best available, man. You on the board. Got you at 17. Got you at 12. You was the best one that's available.
I'd have picked San Antonio person. What's his name?
Castle?
Castle, yeah.
I would at least had it like I don't know, like
Castle or
I don't know how
I
don't know how agents have allowed teams to let these guys come in here by themselves. Like I'm Atlanta, I'm Wizards. Like I have the number 1, 2 pick. You're not gonna tell me what you're gonna do. Like if this is who I'm looking at, I'm gonna bring you. I'm gonna bring this guy and this guy in. And I need y'all to battle for a couple of days. Right? The fact that you think you can come in here and just work out by yourself. There's cone drills. Everybody looks good in cones. Like the fact that they're even evaluating you off of fucking cones or playing against a coach. Like fuck that coach. He ain't played basketball. He wasn't good when he played, let alone he can guard you. Nah, you're gonna play against this guy who's coming in with you. Let me see y'all battle so I can, really get a sense of how you actually play this game.
Three-team trade.
I'll trade that motherfucker.
Three-team
pick.
trade.
Yeah.
Hey, Trae Young, Zion Williamson, Kevin Durant, and you throw DeMar DeRozan in there.
Yeah.
Where they land? They gotta land somewhere.
As long as we get one.
Right.
They gotta
Feel like
land
we'll get
somewhere.
KD or
Fuck
Zion.
where they land.
I
long
think
as
we get KD or Zion out of that.
we
You
get
think Zion don't end up in Atlanta
He don't need to be in Atlanta.
Yeah.
with a fresh
Fuck
team?
around.
Are you trying to put him with? Are you trying to put him with other good players?
Zion?
Seen
Yeah,
him?
Or are you
Zion
trying to
is
give him his own
Have
team?
you seen Zion?
Zion needs to
give
play
him
with
his
another
own
good
team?
player. I think
Yes,
he's a
but
compliment.
not Atlanta.
I think he.
Or you bring somebody with him?
Go. He need a quiet, lit city like Phoenix or something.
DeMar and Zion?
New York, Miami.
You don't.
Miami would be good.
No,
They get him in shape. They'll get him in shape. They'll get him in shape. They'll get him in shape.
He'll be miserable. He'll be miserable because he's young and he won't want to party.
It's Miami,
They're
man.
gonna beat that out
It's
of him.
private, everything. Y'all come to the crib. We ain't going nowhere.
They're gonna beat that out
I
of him.
promise you. All of them gonna be out here. He's gonna be like Hassan Whiteside. They don't even tell you about stories about him. What? He got that money and turn into I don't even hoop no more. That's what Miami do if you ain't got
Clippers.
shit.
I see the Clippers try to make a run for Zion.
That's what I'm about to say. Yeah.
That's nasty too.
Yeah, I think it look like they'll make a run for him, especially the way they play. You got stars, and then you just got a duck-in guy who's gonna play hard. I see them trying to make a move.
So you think Zion going west? I mean east? Zion go east?
Yeah.
He go east. Shit, he'll be
Charlotte.
he'll be all-star, all-NBA quick as shit.
Charlotte with LaMelo.
That's another person they got to get rid
Cooper
of.
Flag.
Right from the south.
I think he put Zion with Ja and just
Let him.
them two. They need
I
to
just
be
feel like
together.
it's too reckless.
That'd too reckless.
They need to be
That'd
together.
be must-see
Well,
TV though.
think about it. They need to be together.
Must-see
Feel like
TV. Oh my God, that'd be must-see TV.
But
them two. Woo!
On that note,
I mean the city done though, but
they got the trade. They got
because they both got some bad habits. Like that's crazy.
You have to put them somewhere else to a whole nother.
Would you
They gotta be in like
They're
Utah.
gonna have to put that shit. They put them motherfuckers in Disney. They got to be on lockdown 24/7. Just let them niggas out to play games.
Would you say?
Jurassic Park. It's time to play.
No guns, no hoes.
No gun, no hoes. No guns, no hoes, man. They in rehab for real.
And on that note, a good place for us to wrap up for today. Obviously, appreciate everybody on this couch. Some exquisite basketball discussion. Also talking about other things beyond the game, as you guys tend to do here on the show. Thank you to everybody in the chat. As always, thank you to Underdog. Download the app, use promo code GIL, get $1,000 in bonus cash plus a special pick'em. Shaq, you always do this. What's up?
Check out my song, man. I just released some shit. Just check out my shit, man, and hate it and love it, and you know, if you got a 16 for me, give me 16. You got some beats, throw some beats, man. I'm bored. I'm 40.
What's the song called?
Damn, I do.
It does change when you get to this age.
40.
I do.
Coach Little
40
League.
in a month.
It'll keep you going.
Man? I
But,
turned 40.
What's the name of the song?
Oh, there's a lot of them. I don't even keep up. That's just rap. I don't even give a fuck. I just
This is last time you did something for me.
All right, Gil, we on playback tonight?
Fucking had strippers in the closet.
Unfortunately.
You gonna be at the game playbacking?
Trying to figure it out.
All right.
You about to turn 40?
Somebody in the media hook Gil up with the Staples
40?
Wi-Fi.
I turned 40 June 1st.
Get the fuck Can't do nothing for you, man.
Last time my birthday, man, had strippers in the closet. And
in the closet.
I can't
in the closet.
Sleep in
You
the
got
closet. I
closeted
woke
strippers?
up.
What she come out and say she was?
My shoes.
They had some of the best times. They like, hey, listen, Vegas travels.
Damn.
You can bring Vegas to you. But this has been another episode of Gil's Arena presented by Underdog. Whoa, whoa! We will see y'all tomorrow.